Hey guys, welcome to Becca Scoops channel. We've got a live that we're going to do. It's Thursday night. Oh, my cat just knocked something down, of course. It's Thursday night. We're going to do a big live stream. I know you guys are excited to see Mitch, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But before I do, there's a lot of things I have to explain. We've been having some technical difficulties over here the last 2 days, but we're here. We're here. But before I get to all of the information you guys want to know, I want to go ahead and let's bring up your comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. Here we go. Okay. We've got a lot of different things we're going to show you guys tonight. Mitch is Mitch is a retired detective. He's going to be weighing in on the forensic stuff. Okay, I'm not going to get to how he's going to do that. He is here. So just rest assured, he is here. But before I get to all of that, we're also going to go over something that no one has ever heard before in Gypsy's interrogation. It's just a kind of a minor thing, but it kind of turned into a big thing. A little part of Gypsy's interrogation with Detective Stan Hancock was muted out until now. I always wanted to know what she said in this part that was muted out. And luckily, because of the FOIAs, because Into the Weeds, Carolina Girl, all the people that got the FOIAs, right? That portion of the interrogation is no longer muted out. And I got to listen to it. And I'm going to share it with you too, because I think it's a very important point of what she says that they decided to mute out. It's interesting, right? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to a lot of different things too. We're going to have a little Ryan Anderson. We're going to do a little Ryan, little Christy. Got some Christy Blanchard that we're going to go over. And then some of the forensic stuff like with Mitch. Okay. But before I get to all of that, thank you guys so much for being here, chat. I've been watching the chat the last 10 minutes. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. All right, let's bring up some thank yous to Zombie Pirate, super sticker, $3. Thank you, Zombie Pirate 23 for being here. And another one, member for 2 months, love it. Show the GRB lie and show the actual truth. That's what we're doing here. Absolutely. We've got Harlequin PDX coming in, OG member for 9 months. Thank you, Becca and Mitch, for everything. Thank you, Harlequin, for being here and being a member on the Truth Train. Zombie Pirate coming in again, gifted 1 Becca Scoops membership. She gifted someone to be on the Truth Train. Thank Zombie Pirate and another one. Thank you, Zombie Pirate, being so generous today. There, we got one of my favorites. Wendy Williams enters the chat, $5. Conductor Scoops is the boss of the Honesty Express, but it takes all of us to make the Truth Train a success. Absolutely, Wendy. Thank you for keeping us on the rails. Thank you for keeping me on the rails too. And thank you guys for being here, showing up for me. I really appreciate it. And she also gifted a membership on the Truth Train. Thank you, Wendy Williams. Delphi Hayes, £2. Gypsy has had more journeys than Dora the Explorer, right? Right? I love when we get into this stuff. I love it. Kalu 1660 has become a member on the Truth Train. You guys know what to do. Welcome her in. Welcome her in. Time Bandit 27 became a member on the Truth Train. Absolutely. And we got Lisa Evans 4138, member for 9 months. Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate that. So looking forward to this live. Choo choo. Well, thank you, Lisa. Thank you. We are excited about it too. She also gifted a membership on the Truth Train. We're going to have to add some cars to the Truth Train again. We got new people coming in. Time Bandit 27 became a member. Thank you so much. Welcome them in. T Millie, $2. First live. All right. Thank you for opening my eyes, Becca. Oh, T Millie, thank you for saying that. There's a lot of great creators out here who are doing the same thing as me. And I appreciate you being here on for this live stream. Thank you, T Millie. Anna Faith, XOXO, my first Becca Live. Oh, wow, another one. Great. Well, welcome. Welcome, you guys. Welcome these new people. They are new on the Truth Train, and we love it, don't we? We do love it. Thank you, Anna. Main Chick Carrie, one of the OGs to this channel, member for 9 months. Thank you, Becca and Mitch. Thank you guys too. Corrine 02, member for 9 months. All aboard, toot toot. Thank you. Thank you, Corrine. We got Christine Covey, 8146, member for 9 months. Oh my God, I could have gave birth by now. I'm sorry. Have you been waiting a minute? Is this for the live or for something else? Or for Gypsy to finally take accountability? Maybe it's for Gypsy to finally take accountability. I don't know. Yeah. I got some Gypsy gossip too. I got some Gypsy. I always have a little tea about Gypsy, you know. I got my people out there, you know. So all right. Carabera 526 gifted 5 Becca Scoops memberships. Wow. Wow. That is very generous. Carabera 526. Thank you. We got Crystal coming in. Of course, she's one of the OG members to this channel. So proud to be on this amazing train. Love you, Becca. Love you back, Crystal. Thank you so much for always being here. You know I love you. You're a very loyal supporter. Thank you, Crystal. We got Estiana 76, member for 7 months. Hi, Becca and Mitch. All hashtag Truth Train passengers. Thank you, Estiana. Thank you for being here for 7 months. And thank you for that message. We love it. Sam J23, member for 3 months. Thanks to you and Mitch for all your hard work. Well, thank you, Sam, and thank you for being here and supporting us and being a part of the Truth Train. We really appreciate it. Beautiful Stranger 1900, member for another OG to this channel, member for 9 months. Love your viewpoint, Becca, and now we get Mitch's perspective. What a night. Yes, it will be. Hold on, I got something to explain, but yes, Mitch is here. B. McKenna 2024 gifted 1 Becca Scoops membership. Thank you, B. McKenna. Thank you so much. We got one of our favorites here, Claire Power, of course, a member for 9 months also. Sorry, I think I'm late. Hi, everyone. Oh, Claire, you're good. You're good. You're never late. We love you so much and love you in the comments section. Claire's always so uplifting for everyone in the comments. Shaylin 2526 $9.99 got gifted a membership on my first live. Well, that's wonderful. Congrats. Hi, Becca. So happy to be part of the Truth Train. Choo choo. Well, welcome aboard, Shaylin. Welcome aboard. We'll take a couple more and then we'll get to the live. Okay, Nicole Tully Anicio, I think 1975, the Scoops Express with Becca and Mitch. Absolutely. We've got Lisa Evans again, 4138, 5 pounds. Thank you, Becca and Mitch, for everything you are doing. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. Thank you so much. Real Talk with Haley, $10. Wow, that's generous. It's crazy to me that they never the film they found or tested the blood that was on her shirt. Yeah, there's a lot of things in this case that are really weird. And now that Mitch is going to be a part of the lives, probably from now on, he'll be. Look, Mitch is a shy guy. Okay, he's not like. I mean, I'm the extrovert, right? He's the shy one. So I'm gonna get to what happened. Mitch is. Yes, we have Mitch, so don't worry about that. But Mitch, let me take one more with BL McKenna, $3 super sticker. Thank you. And I'm going to end it with that one. And I'll know my place then right there. Okay. Hold on. Wait. McKenna. Now I don't know where it went. Like that. And hide. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, of course, Mitch and I know how to make videos. We know how to do a lot of things, but do we know that we shouldn't be really close together when we try to go live? No, we don't know that. So we got new equipment. We got it all set up, right? And so, of course, you know, we're not just going to leave it to chance. So I'm trying to go live with him, and it's like echo, 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 echo. Okay. And so we couldn't figure it out. So what we did, and he's going to be here in a minute, but we recorded his portion. So I'm going to be playing that, and then he'll be here in a minute to say hi and everything. Okay. And then hopefully by the next live, we'll have this all worked out. We didn't know. We were like, what is going on? So we got him new equipment to go live, obviously, right? And yeah, it was all this echo and this reverb. And we tried for 3 hours to figure it out. We couldn't figure it out. And then I said, look, I know we can make a video. So let's make the video portion of Mitch answering all these questions. And then he'll come in and sit with me and, talk to you guys for a minute. Like I said, he's not a real extrovert, but okay. I hope that's okay. And we promise the next time we go live that obviously now we know what the problem is. We'll figure it out. Right. And maybe some of you could email me either, because it was really weird when we were trying to do it. Very frustrating. Of course, did we have mental meltdowns? Yes, we did have mental meltdowns while we were trying to do this today. Okay. I am going to bring Mitch up, like his interview. It's very interesting. He goes over the forensic. He's going to answer a lot of those questions. But before I get to him again, let me get to this little thing. Did you guys know Gypsy was live and that she got reported? Yes. Thanks to Haiti Joyless, this is a 2-minute clip of what happened to Gypsy. And I think you guys should see this because it might give you some ideas.
Could that have happened? Maybe I know how.
Disney movies ever since
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs! Gypsy is Live got spontaneously shut down. How could that have happened? Maybe I know how. I don't know. Well, for starters, it wasn't me. I swear. You saw I was recording it. It wasn't me. I only have one device as of now. You guys have heard me talk about it for weeks. I cannot wait to get my laptop back. It was not me. Hand to God, wasn't me. But I do know who it was. Hee hee hee. And that person wishes to stay anonymous, which is why their name is blurred out. But you can see how many times they reported her over and over and over again. And it is fucking hilarious. I think it's funny anyway. Let me know what you think. And this is what they had to say about it. She is literally always getting everyone's lives taken down for less, and I am so effing over it. Like, she can fack off.
I want to say something about this. So I can't tell you how I know. I mean, look, why would I give away sources, right? I'm not. But she is all about the money right now. I mean, I know that's not like new information, but trust me that not trust me. The people that are around her, not all of them are, there's people around everyone that can talk about everyone, right? And she is very, very hell-bent right now on making money. It is the number one priority. And so getting her TikTok live shut down, kudos, because like you saw, she made Ken go live too, right? Why do you think she's doing that? Why? Because they want the gifts. It's all about that. Like, Ken doesn't care about TikTok. Ken doesn't care about going live on TikTok. You can tell she made him do it. He's like being rude to everybody. I don't know if you guys saw that. He's being rude, calling people losers and stuff like that, right? Yeah. So anyways,
I was super surprised it came back with that many violations. I feel validated. It was because it's nothing but young people, kids, teens in there, and that is dangerous. We gotta protect our vulnerable and our youth. And B is just lucky I happen to have had time on my hands today. Chef's kiss. So yeah, I mean, it is true. Anybody that supports her is either a maroon or a child, like literal children. So she's not wrong with that at all. And she gave me permission to share this. I obviously asked. That's why she sent me the video and single screenshots just to show. And go back and look at the screen recording or screenshot. It says that her live did violate community guidelines. So it's not like she reported it and it got taken down for no reason. It literally did violate community guidelines. So yeah, this person is behind.
Sad that there were knew that minors were in her live. Minors. Her and her minor child. Well, yeah, not not a good thing.
Behind the scenes, but they're also really freaking funny. I've talked to them here and there before. They're a good person, and as you could see, she says I also report it as minors spam fake engagement, and TikTok agreed. So minors, that means that there were children in there, spam, and fake engagement. So is Gypsy buying her engagement? I mean, we know that she's done it in the past.
Yes.
She did skyrocket over 100K awfully quickly. There's always, I mean, well, not always, but more often than not, kind of nice comments in her chat. I mean, there are the Gypsy stuff in there too, but the nice comments are alarming because we know that that's not how people feel. So I think this says a lot. Yeah, so I just thought this was amazing. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Later. Oop, I just finished it. Literally just saved it and everything. And then she wanted me to add this in. So I'm just coming back to add this in really quick. She says, I also want to emphasize that in my comment to the report, I said she was a groomer and a predator. I'm assuming that helped? I don't know. But I think people should know that and do with it what they will when reporting. So I think that's a little nudge, nudge, hint, hint for the future. Do with that what you will.
Okay, so thanks to Haiti Joyless for that. Thanks to whoever the anonymous person was that got Gypsy shut down, got her live taken down. That's what we like to see. That's what we want to see, right? I mean, especially because TikTok agreed that there were minors in there. There had to be a reason they shut it down, right? And it seems like in what Haiti was saying that was part of it, you know? So, yeah. Good thing? Yeah. Okay. Let's get on to a few other things here. Well, should I just bring Mitch up? Should we do Mitch? You guys want to do Mitch for a minute? Yeah, and let me bring up Mitch and I from today. I will be here too. I can pause it, go forward. You know, probably we'll release this as another video also if you guys want to rewatch this. Okay, and just look, this is about the searches. Some of it is kind of dry information. Some of it is interesting, like about Nick. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be playing it, but I'm going to be here. Yes, and you're going to see Mitch. You're going to see Mitch, finally. Drum roll, please. All right, let's bring him up. So I'm Becca Scoops. I'm here with Mitch, who you guys all know is my husband and has been my husband for a long time. So long that I just showed him this picture. Right?
Yeah.
And he says, you say you're looking really, Mitch is like, what? Why did you do that to me? Why did you show me that picture? Japanese there, or is that what it is?
Not anymore, but
yeah. I think you're handsome. All right. So guys, what we're going to be discussing is this, you know, everyone's been kind of talking about some of this forensic stuff as it goes with this case. So first off, for those of you that don't know, Mitch, was a detective. He was a police officer for over 20 years. He retired with honors. He could have quit when he was in a very bad accident, but he came back from almost death's door to continue and become a detective. He worked domestic violence. He worked undercover. When I met him. He had long hair with this beard, and I'm like, what? And he's like, I'm undercover. And I'm like, okay. So he is mild-mannered. He's very reserved. When you hear him talk, we're kind of opposites. But yeah, you don't want to mess with Mitch. Mitch is a very smart guy and was a detective for a long time. There was actually some testimony in Nick's trial. Of course, Gypsy didn't have a trial, so there's no testimony there. But let's go ahead and take a listen to this forensic analyst who actually analyzed some devices in this case. Actually, he's the only one that analyzed devices in this case. So here was the problem not the problem that we had, but when Mitch and I started looking into all of the data that was stored in this case, one of the big problems, right, is that Gypsy's side was never thoroughly investigated, right? So what we had here at the trial, which was Nick's trial, Gypsy didn't have one, was the actual forensic investigator only going over, what they found in Wisconsin. They did find Gypsy's phone in Wisconsin and then Nick's devices. And when we get to the Dee Dee portion of this, because Mitch is also going to weigh in on Dee Dee's search engine and what he found there. And that's pretty interesting also. So let me just play it and stop talking about it. Okay, just wanted to let you guys know that, because again, Gypsy didn't go to trial.
Yes, what I do is I go into the BIOS while the hard drive is disconnected, which is that thing you initially see when it starts up that kind of controls it.
So I'm going to fast forward what this guy says at this trial, and you guys I'm going to put this out again as a separate video, but I just want to make it not so long here. He is going to talk about the devices he took into custody and how he had to use forensic software to store them. Okay. And so we listened to that, and let me just fast forward for a minute and get to Mitch's analysis. Okay.
I take pictures of the device. I then remove the hard drive out of it. In the case of the X-Ways forensic, it just allowed you to browse and
I don't mean to cut you off, but he specifically even says that one of the forensic software programs he uses specifically targets and looks for web browser history or web browser activity. That simply means, that he visited those sites, that just exactly how it's, laid out. He's browsing, certain websites.
We're talking about Nick, and why we're talking about Nick is we're going to get into this question about, did he look up actual essay kind of stuff about babies? I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Mitch is going to answer that question.
Specifically, I would imagine, I think it does come up later, where in some of the FOIA documentation that came out,
right,
where the forensic software actually pulled up the search history that was done, and it spells it out pretty plainly, where it says search, Yahoo, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think
we're going to get to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me go ahead and take this off the screen here. And since we're talking about Nick, let's go ahead and move on to this big discussion about his visiting porn sites. And you and I have discussed this several times already. And so this is it. The top there, the first top, is that none of these were searched. He went to this porn website. It seemed like he went to this porn website a lot, right? That's what we found. This motherless, whatever it is, I screen captured that. It is still in existence. So there is where he went. Now, the big controversy. Is that your phone? That's okay. That's okay.
Anyways.
The big controversy is, as you know, we've discussed this many times already, is the top one. I know. Let me bring us down here. Hold on. The top one up here is female cop gets brutally, and then I've blanked out the RAPE word, and impregnated. The next one is, and it says view. So you're thinking he actually viewed a video,
probably.
Right?
Yeah, it shows specifically the website he visited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that particular video was tagged with that phrase or that,
right.
It's called a tag. So it literally probably says just what it shows there, which is pretty common with, pornographic type videos on those particular websites. They're not going to be, they're not going to be, how do I want to say this? Where it's viewer friendly, it's going to be very specific based on what that particular website caters towards. So,
so this is like a fetish website, is kind of what you and I confirmed. It's built for fetishes, people with fetishes. It still is in existence. So which that indicated to you and I that this isn't the dark web, or there isn't going to be something on there that could get them arrested. That it's not that. And that's what brings us to this next really big talking point, which is This where down there under Nick browser activity 77. Well, let's go to 776, which is up above where you and I are sitting right here. It's motherless, which is that porn site. Search, videos, forced, impregnated, and then some numbers and stuff after that. And then the next thing that comes up doesn't even look like that. It just is like motherless.com term forced baby.
Right.
And so I know we've talked about this many times, but what is your take on this? I mean, obviously we can't prove what his intention was, but we can look at what he was actually searching, right?
Right. And I think this came out in the trial too, where the DA and the DA's assistant specifically brought up his, search activity on these websites. And I think what they were trying to do is paint him as being the person that was in control of this relationship with Gypsy.
Right.
I know they had this role-playing thing going on based on, her own statements, based on some of the forensic evidence that came out where he was the so-called master. And I don't know what term she used as herself, but basically she was
like his slave or whatever, or his
submissive role.
Right.
And this kind of falls in line with this particular website, which specifically deals with fetishes, I think BDSM in particular. Right. So,
and then she had this too. She had the pregnancy fetish also. I mean, well, she was hell bent on getting pregnant. I don't know if it was a fetish, but she wanted to get pregnant. I don't know. Yeah. So
wasn't there also conversations between him and Gypsy where they were discussing him being the master? And, they were going to have a baby. I think this kind of falls in line with, their conversations, and that's really important that people need to take into consideration. I don't think specifically this indicates that he was looking specifically for, the
baby RAPE, like that actually.
That RAPE on a baby. I think this just falls in line with the role playing, right? The role playing that him and Gypsy, had,
right?
Whether I don't know if it was on Facebook or.
Okay, so there we kind of like have this discussion. I just want to sum up this discussion and get this put to bed for what we think. So we think based on the actual, like Nick didn't like Google search stuff. He had these certain porn sites that he went to. One of them was called this motherless one, right? Okay. On there, he was looking for what most of his searches, his fetish searches were about. The actual, when he was actually like looking for certain videos, had to do with yes, RAPE fantasy. We know that they were both into the rape fantasy, right? So he was looking for that. And the other element he was looking for over and over and over again was this impregnate. RAPE impregnate. Now, where this got blown up was that people saw down here where it says under Nick browser activity on my little poster thing where Mitch and I are up there, it says http://motherless.com term forced 20 baby. The other one under there is the same thing. What we conclude, or what Mitch concluded based on his analysis, and like he's going to tell you at the end, he goes, he's not a detective who was specializing in forensic computer stuff, but he was a detective and dealt with this stuff on many cases. We'll put it that way, that we can't know Nick's actual intention, but based on the totality of the evidence, probably not looking for RAPing a baby. Does that make sense? Not RAPing a baby. That's our take on it. And we welcome everybody else in discussion that if people feel that he was looking for that, you know what? We don't know his intention. We're not mind readers. This is based on Mitch's extensive investigation into the data that we had. And again, he's going to say, I can't 100% say for sure. I know that that wasn't like in his mind. Who knows what's in anyone's mind, right? Okay, I hope that's clear. Now we're going to move on. I'm going to move on quickly to the other portion of what Mitch analyzed for us. And that is the big question. Was Dee Dee looking for homeless shelters? Was Dee Dee actually looking for homeless shelters for Gypsy? The quick answer is yes, but there's going to be some nuance here from what we found. And so let me get to that portion that Mick can explain that.
We're dealing with Nick at that particular.
So we kind of like confirmed that. Okay. Right. So we're going to hone into just a few.
Relate with each person, meaning Dee Dee's and Gypsy's, day to day.
Hold on.
Descriptive.
Or what the police or the sheriff's department or whoever, the investigator, they concluded that Dee Dee used it more during the day.
Right.
And I'm Becca Scoops. Sorry. So what the sheriff's department, the investigators concluded about Dee Dee and Gypsy, they shared a laptop. Gypsy used it more than Dee Dee. Gypsy used it at night. Dee Dee used it more during the day. This is per what Mitch found in his investigation. And now we're going to go over the homeless stuff. Everyone wants to know, was Dee Dee looking to kick out Gypsy? Right? Yes, Jesse Essex, that rare breed place. We're going to get to that in this. And I think, here we go. Well, let's just do the maps then right now, since we're talking about the maps. Okay, so I've showed you this like destination. Okay, hold on. So we kind of like confirmed that. Okay, so we're going to hone into just a few other things here that were a little confusing, I think, for a lot of people. Real quick, this is a thing with Nick, but I think it's going to dovetail into what I want to talk about. This was a screenshot from the trial we were just watching, right? And here the guy talks about Google Maps, and that's what a Google Map, Google Maps, right, place, and then you've got their address there. This is kind of what, because we're gonna look at some what are called map queries in a minute, and I just wanted to show that this was an example that the forensic analyst who was on the stand used to show a Google Map like destination, that this was a taxi. See the taxi fare finder up there.com. This is Nick actually taking the taxi over to the pink house. And so that's kind of what that looks like. Okay. Right. So now we're going to get into something that's a little bit more specific here when we talk about, well, let's just do the maps then right now, since we're talking about the maps. Okay, so I've showed you this yesterday. I know it's really small for you and I, we really can't see this, but I'm going to go ahead and say what it is. Okay, these were map queries, and what we found is a couple of things. Number one, we found that they were using, it was Internet Explorer that no longer exists, right? They were using that. You and I discussed that. I told you that.
Right.
Hold on. I just want to make it clear. This is the laptop that Dee Dee and Gypsy shared. I just want to make that clear because I wasn't making it clear there. Okay. Let me remove myself. That at the time in 2015, Internet Explorer purged a lot of their stuff after 90 days. Why that's important to this is because there were 4 addresses that were stored in one part of this forensic download to her of her laptop. It doesn't mean that these were the only addresses that were stored, but in this portion, which was called Google map queries, there were only 4 addresses that were stored. Okay. And one was the Dollar General. And I know you guys can't see it up there because it's really small, but the first one is this address. It was this address, and here's the latitude and longitude. It also had the latitude and longitude. So all I did was I copied that to say, oh, what is this place? This first address here, right?
Right.
And I found out there's the address, 1310 South Gladstone Avenue. It's the Dollar Tree store, really close to their pink house. So that was the first one. Okay. So let me go back to this again.
A question for you. Just
yeah.
Now, when they went and visited the Dollar Tree and whatever other, the movie theater,
yeah,
those are places they frequented a lot. How did they
all
get
the time? All the time.
How did they get there? Was it via taxi or?
Oh no, Dee Dee had her own car. She had that little cube. I think you remember probably in the videos you made. There's one where she's got like a new cube that they just bought, and Gypsy's in a wheelchair. I'll show you the picture.
Right, it was one of the pictures. Probably one of the last pictures that was ever taken.
It was actually the last picture Dee Dee ever took. Yeah,
I remember that.
Prior to that, she had a van, is what I was told. So that was the new car that they got. So. And that's a really great question because there were 4 addresses, and a couple of them were inputted into this map queries more than once. So you've got 8 inputs. I don't know how to put it. It's not there. These aren't searches, by the way. These are just listings of addresses. So we've got that one. And then the next one we got is this one came up, the movie theater. This one was, I think, put in 2 or 3 times. And what we concluded is she was probably looking for movie times, 415 West College Street, right? So, there's the, I think that's even the one that she met Nick at. That was one they went to quite often.
Right.
Okay. So we've got that one. And then we got this Jungle Safari place, which is another one that comes up in this little list of addresses. And then we've got this really weird one, which, and oh, by the way, the Jungle Safari place, as you know, is somewhere that they went often also. It's right there in Springfield where they lived. So it wasn't like they needed directions to it. And then there's this really weird one, which is this youth drop-in center. And I want to say that both you and I have concluded, based on the evidence that we looked at, that Dee Dee probably was looking for homeless shelters, right?
Well, in specific, I think there was something you showed me. And it was based on the forensic analysis, where it clearly shows that she went on Yahoo, did a search, and I think it said something about homeless shelter.
Yeah, I'm going to bring that up. Yeah.
So, yeah, she did look into that. There's no question about that.
So this one up there, guys, it's really small, but I'll tell you, I have to do a caveat here. In a court of law, no one would be able to say who made those actual searches. Was it Dee Dee or Gypsy? Because they shared. What we're going by is the timing of the searches, because we know Gypsy kind of used homeless shelters as her alibi also. But based on this specific one that we're going to talk about, yeah, it probably was Dee Dee. Can we prove it was Dee Dee? No, we weren't there. Not even... no one can prove it was Dee Dee because you had 2 people in the house, right? So I just wanted to add that as a caveat for this discussion. What it says D, D-E-E, capital letters. Then it's search, yahoo.com, search, and then a lot of numbers and letters. And then we've actually come to the actual search. She misspelled where, but it's where can a homeless teen go in Springfield, Missouri. That is a legitimate search she did. Both you and I confirm that, right? We've studied this. We've looked at this. The next one down is it took her to a host, right? Host, www.shelterlistings.org. Right. And I think we talked about that, about like how you have a server here in our house, right? Where you can be the host. Why don't you explain that a little bit, just what that means?
Yeah, host basically, well, with a www.shelterlistings.org.
Oh, I'm going to pass over his host. You guys know what a host is. If you don't, you can come back. I'm going to put this out as a separate video if you want to listen to Mitch's explanation of a host. But I think we all understand for this discussion. I can kind of pass up but if you want the more technical version of it, which Mitch is a technical guy, please come back after I post this video later on tonight. Okay. We're going to get to the big question. The big question about, well, we've answered one of them. Yes, we believe Dee Dee was looking up homeless teen shelters. Okay. But there is a question about one specific one. And we hope that we have, we know that Dee Dee looked at it, but here's the bigger answer.
That makes sense. And it's very
it makes sense. Yeah. And so then, that's like a small example, but then like a big example would be like you're going on to ABC News website or something. I mean, the next one. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Well, even down below, if you look down where it says
the next one down is where now she's on the website. She's got
she visited that website, the host, which is the shelterslisting.org.
Right.
Goes on to that website, and there is a list of browser history that pops up in that forensic analysis.
And so from there, what we concluded was, and we're getting to that address, that weird address that popped up over on the one that we were just talking about. That's where we're going with this.
Right.
So she goes on to the shelter listings, and then she's the Springfield, Missouri, and then we come down here. I'm going to go to the next one. Okay, so I got to move us. Hold on. Down here is actually, she goes, see where it says thekitcheninc.org 3713. Thekitcheninc.org is a website. We checked it out last night, right? Remember, we looked at it last night. We verified it, and then from there, because the host, she even goes on their site. See the host, 3720 host, kitcheninc.org, their website, and then from there, it looks like she goes, which is, if you look at here, Rare Breed Youth Services. Here she goes to their Facebook page, though, right? She's on this big website of thekitcheninc.org.
Right.
And I'm thinking, or we're thinking possibly from there, because this is 10 years ago. Okay. We don't have the website's still there, but obviously they've probably updated. It's been 10 years, obviously from there, she got to, because that's what they do. They have this Rare Breed Youth Services place under the umbrella of thekitcheninc.org. This is a charitable service that she found.
Right.
And she went to this Facebook page. Okay. So now we've so I'm going to cut to the chase here. You guys can watch the longer version if you want to later. She gets to this Facebook page, and she's looking at this place called Rare Breed Youth Drop-In Center. How did she get there? She got there from searching, where can homeless teens go in Springfield, Missouri? That's the actual search. And now we've just taken you through a whole lot of convoluted different ways that she, went to this host, which was the shelterlistings.org. From there, she found this kitchen website. At the kitchen website, she found the Facebook page for this Rare Breed. And then she went on that. Now, we could not find anywhere where it says that she looked up on a map how to get there. But yes, she did go there, on her computer, not go there physically, but go there on her computer. And yes, it seems like this was Dee Dee. Can we say that 100% sure? No, of course not. Again, we can't. We weren't there, right? And they're both in the house, right? And this is around April, the end of April 2015. So about 6 weeks before she gets murdered, she's looking up this, or someone is. We think it's Dee Dee. It, Gypsy. Yeah. Could it have been Gypsy? Could it have been their cat? Sure. Whoever's in the house, it could be them. So that's what we confirmed. But the way she got to this website was weird. It was not like she was looking for teen homeless shelters, and it's weird. It was teens, right? And so Mitch and we go over that. Again, I'm going to put out this video later on tonight if you want to listen to Mitch in detail on more of this. And then we go back to that, and then I think we say goodbye. And
what is obvious and what isn't, we can hypothesize all we want about what a particular person's intentions are, but there's no way to prove it. I don't even think that the court trial even brought up any of this information, especially with the whole Nickelodeon thing, and that was the thing that
what Mitch is saying here is that they did not bring. We're back to Nick now. This whole idea of the baby RAPE, that it was not brought up in his trial, and Mitch is just hypothesizing that if that was something they could have proven, you better believe they would have brought that up in his trial, and they didn't.
A lot of people were asking if it was that obvious. I'm 100% sure the DA would have brought it up in trial, because their whole...
Which part? About Nick part now? Or
about Nick. They did bring up...
I was thinking that too. I'm like, if that was true, if they could prove that he was looking for baby RAPE, that would have been one of the biggest things, and they didn't bring that up.
No,
so
it was never brought up. No,
right.
They kind of use that forensic evidence to
to make him look bad and
bolster their case that Nick was the one,
that he was the dominant force, that he was the violent
mastermind
force
behind this whole incident that took place with Dee Dee.
Right.
That was brought up
specifically
to paint him as being the main aggressor, or whatever you want to say, or the mastermind of this whole plot to unalive Dee Dee.
Right.
Not Gypsy. But it's one of those things.
That was their job though, right?
I mean, you can't fault them, that they did exactly what they set out to do.
Did they twist it, and did they lean heavy on that? And then do we agree with their take on that? No, you and I don't agree that Nick was the dominant one, or he was, right? But that's what the prosecutor's supposed to do, I guess. I guess. I don't know. Right?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You're on that side of the fence, right?
Yeah, and it's unfortunate too that Nick was only provided a public defender in this particular case.
Yeah.
So had he had a high profile attorney, which would have never happened.
The OJ Dream Team, right? The OJ Dream Team. He would have probably gotten off, possibly.
They would have done a deep dive in the forensic analysis, because on their part, all they need to do is create a reasonable doubt.
Yeah. Hey, I never showed you this. Have you seen this?
Do I really want to see it?
Look. I know.
Who
Poor
did that?
Gypsy. Poor Starlight. Hello, Starlight. Poor Gypsy. All right, Mitch. Thank you for joining us. You will have to join us. All right. So then I get him to promise to come back. And when he's here somewhere, I'm going to get him in a minute. But we just wanted to make sure that you guys could. Yeah. Mitch has Mitch was laughing. That is when Mitch laughs like that. That's him belly laughing. Okay. Right. He is like a very reserved guy, and he was laughing at that truth train thing. Yeah. He thought that was funny. Okay. I surprised him with that. So, all right. So I will put out that video in its entirety later on tonight if you guys want to hear the deeper dive of Mitch and the forensics. And Mitch also said at the end of this video right here, I'm just going to take it down right there. Mitch did say, it kind of surprised me. He said, if anyone wants to ask me a question, Mitch said, make sure you guys email me. And I'm like, well, they don't know your email, you know? And since his email has our last name in it, we're going to get him an email because he really wants to. I was like surprised he said that. I'm like, really? You know, he's like, no, he goes, I would like to answer questions if people want to talk to a detective about it. He goes, by all means. So for right now, go ahead. If you guys want to write something directly to Mitch, send it to beccascoops@gmail.com. Put Mitch in the description and I'll send it right over to Mitch. And then we're going to go ahead and make him an email. So if you guys want to, you know, directly, you know, send him an email, that would be great. You know, he has some free time. Well, we have some, you know, but he would like to serve the channel in a bigger way. And he's the one who said it. I was like, really? Okay. All right. So if you guys want to take him up on that, please feel free. Send it to me for right now. And then we will get him his own email that doesn't involve our real last name. So, all right, guys. So where are we at? Well, we're almost halfway through. Not quite yet. I have a lot more stuff to show you guys, though. A lot more stuff. Because we got to get to the interrogation, right? The interrogation part that had been muted out until now, right? And I never forgot about that muted out part. And it came to me and I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't go check to see if the new videos that were put out on the interrogation are still muted at that one section, and they weren't. And I'm like, yes. Not that it's like super like, I don't know what, like groundbreaking, but I think it made me think more about what was on her mind, right? Trying to get out of it. What was on her mind? Let's get to that first, and then we'll go ahead and take our midway break where I look up your comments and stuff, and I'll get to that. But let's get to this exciting part here too, right? About this. Now, the first video I'm going to bring up for you guys is the actual muted portion to show you guys how this portion was muted. Then I will bring up the actual now video, which this string of what she says is not muted. So just for context is why I want to show you it this way. Okay, here we go.
And they still love you, and they still, you know, Jesus, somebody else. You know what happens? You explode. Everybody does.
I go to church.
Okay.
And I take communion and I release all of that.
Okay. And that's fine. And I'm proud of you for that, okay? And that's something that you need to continue to do, okay? But there again, people make mistakes, okay? You know, Jesus got angry in the Bible, did he not?
Yes.
And flipped the tables over, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so even he gets angry, okay? But all your friends are still down here. And all they want to know is why. They don't care about the details. They just want to know why. And they're concerned for you. And they still love you and they still care for you. Matter of fact, there's still a lot of people there for you.
I know.
And every one of them's asking me, why? 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 Detective Hancock, why? Why?
I don't know if you didn't know this, but my mom had guardian.
Okay, listen, this is going to start. Now the muted part is coming up. Listen. Well, listen, you're not going to hear anything. You're going to hear a long chain of silence here.
Papers for me. Because.
See, she's talking. And this used to drive me crazy. I'm like, what is she saying? What is she saying here?
Okay.
Because for a couple of reasons. This is before she admits partially to it, right? She never fully admits, you know. She takes Hancock's bait. What was the bait? To throw Nick under the bus. See, when a detective does this, he's trying to get any kind of an admission, right? And he knew that she was fully involved, but he had to get her to at least admit to something in the beginning. And then what they try to do, which sadly they couldn't do in this case, is then keep building on that, right? And building on that, anyways, this is before she's still like working in her mind, like, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Right. And then they got this muted portion. And I'm like, what is she saying here? Okay. Now we're going to find out what she says.
I don't know what happened with my mom.
Okay, just listen to me.
All right. Let me bring it up here. And I want to play a little bit before and after that portion for context for the next part of this live, because I'm going to show you something else that after I found out what she was saying here, I did a little bit more homework, and I think you guys are going to be kind of like astonished at what I found. Okay.
Would you like me to start from the beginning?
I only want you to start from the beginning, but we'll talk about.
When she said, would you like me to start at the beginning? She's trying to control the conversation. This is a way to control a conversation. He wasn't going to let her do that at all. No matter if you love Hancock or don't like him or think that he was whatever. He actually kept sticking her with, that stupid snowball thing. Then why and the why and the why, if you guys have watched this ever. But this first part, would you like me to start at the beginning? He's like, no. He's like, no, you're not going to control this conversation, right? Yeah.
Probably already talked to. You understand that?
I understand.
Okay. Why?
Would you like me to start from the beginning?
I only want you to start from the beginning, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. And I'm glad you're making that progress, okay? I'm proud of you for that. But the first thing that we need to get out of the way right now is why. That's the biggest thing. Do you have, you've got friends that love you.
Of course
and care
I know.
for you.
I know.
You and your mom have friends that care for you.
I
and
know.
You know what? They're down the bottom of this hill with that snowball, and they're asking all these questions. They're asking why.
I know.
Now, help me give them an answer as to why. Okay? You have to give me an answer as to why, because they are so concerned about you.
I know. I have a lot of friends in Missouri. I know that.
Okay.
And I would never hurt my mom.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you really want to dig yourself? You're digging yourself deeper. Okay?
No, seriously, I would never hurt her.
Listen to me. Okay. I don't play around with that. Okay.
I know most of you have seen this many times. Again, for context, you see what she's trying to do here. She's okay. No, I never hurt my mom. Right? Okay, and then she's gonna.
I'm not gonna play around with this. Okay.
Sir, I didn't do anything.
Listen to me. Don't let that snowball get bigger, because that's what you're doing right now. Okay. You have a chance. You have the opportunity right here and right now. Because once I walk out that door and that opportunity's gone, guess what? It's gone. It's just like when that paper's taken away, when you're writing that pencil, you don't have a chance to erase that mistake. Okay? You need to, in your family.
I just saw what Mireille 5822. The muted parts are brought to you by the hacking dogs in Venezuela. May they stop hacking audios and TikTok accounts. Sorry, it made me laugh. We're going to get to your guys' comments in a minute. Let's get to the actual muted part. Let me fast forward it here. Okay.
Well, when we get to the why.
Oh, this is so funny. Here she backs up and she says, may I please speak, sir? No, not unless you're going to start confessing.
And that's where we're at with it. You're the only one that knows the why, and your friends.
Sir?
Do you really want to disappoint your friends?
No, of course not.
Okay, then why?
May I please speak?
No.
When we get to the why this happened?
No.
I don't even really know what happened.
I don't
You
even...
have to rewrite history.
Do you think that it's me? I have always thought my mom. My mom and I are best friends.
Best friend.
Please don't dig yourself in this hole. And that's what you're doing. You're still doing it. Okay. But do you not think that we've already talked to some people? Okay.
Some
Do you not
people.
think that we've talked to everybody?
Everybody.
I mean, I'm not going to come in here without having all my things in line. Okay, I want you to understand that.
Of course, I understand that, and
we need to get to the why.
We need
When
it.
we get to the why, then all these other questions I can answer for you, and we can move on with this. Okay. And you're the person that knows the why. You're the only person that knows the why. Okay. And that's where we're at with it.
I were having relationship problems.
I'm skipping a little bit ahead to get to it.
She wanted me to stay with a girl forever. She didn't really like my boyfriend. And she was like, pretty much, if you want to move to Wisconsin with him, fine, go. And I packed my stuff. She basically wanted me out of the house.
If Dee Dee was actually saying, go ahead, get out, go to Wisconsin, why did she kill her? Right? Just a question I have. I'm not sure what the answer is, but you know, with Gypsy, there's just lies and truth, and right? It's just okay.
Before then, because we kept on having arguments, but I'm not a violent person. I would never ever hurt her. And
I'm not a violent person. I would never ever hurt her, except the time I pumped over 10 rounds of what I thought was a real gun into her, hoping to murder her. But I'm not really violent, besides that one time.
And a lot of our arguments stemmed from being with Nick. And so I just basically chose to come here. I gave him money to come here. And I said, can you please come pick me up? Because my mom's kicking me out of the house real soon. And that's when he asked his mom, kid, that...
Hey, hang on a minute, okay? We're going in a totally different direction here.
He's like,
okay?
this is not where we're
Getting back
going.
to where we started from. Okay?
All right.
You listen to me, okay? Let's get back to the why. We can talk all. Give yourself the peace that you need.
Okay, it's coming up.
Peace within inside of you, okay? You know, once you get this off your chest, you know, you're gonna feel a lot better about yourself, first of all, okay? And your friends, okay?
My friends know me as a sweet
Yeah, you're right.
And as
My friends know me as a sweet and kind girl.
You're right. But you know what? Sometimes sweet people make mistakes. Everybody does, okay? You make mistakes, I make mistakes. But you know what? I'm glad you're not this person that's out here going around and doing this to a lot of other people, okay? I'm glad you're not that person. If you are, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't even want to be in the same room. And I think that's kind of where you're at with that. I think that you're stressing your life because you're mom, okay? You know what? People make mistakes every day. You do, I do, we all do. We've established that. And I'm going to establish it every time because you know what? That's what this is. It's just a mistake. That's all it is, okay? It's not something that's so huge out here that's just, oh my gosh.
Notice how he's calling it just a mistake, a little mistake. He's trying to minimize it in her mind. So hopefully she'll go, oh, okay. You know, it's just a technique, you know, to make her think or to make the person think that it's not a huge deal. It's just a little mistake. Come on, tell me about it. It's going to make you feel better, right?
It's a mistake. It's a simple little mistake.
my mom.
It's just a simple little mistake is all it was, okay?
I don't know.
You know what?
I don't know.
It's coming up now.
If I knew the basic facts of what is going on.
If I knew the basic facts of what is going on, what is she trying to do here? She's trying to get from him what he knows. She can't answer questions until she knows what he knows, right? Because she's lying and she's a good liar and she can be a skilled liar. But first, because she's such a skilled liar, she knows she's got to get from him, what do you know? Like, does he know? What does he know? That way I can tailor my story around what he knows, right? But of course, he already knows that's what she's trying to do. It's, you know, but good try, Gypsy. Good try.
Sweetheart.
My friend had, I have
Now here's her first tactic, and then we're going to get to the muted part. This is the important part here. Here watch what she tries to do here. She is going to bring up my friend and she's going to start talking about the Facebook post that she actually made, right? But she's going to pretend like she doesn't know anything about it. This is how she is trying to get information from the detective. By offering this little tidbit, she's hoping to get him to answer in a way that she can ascertain what he really knows about this. So listen, we all know, with the truth behind the Facebook post, that it was her, but watch how she poses this to him.
I do have a phone, but it doesn't call people. I just basically used it for Yahoo messaging app, and one of the people that had texted me, I had texted him that I was leaving home, and he texted me, and he's like, "Are you okay? People have been posting some stuff on Facebook," and I asked him what post, and unfortunately the police came before I could even read what he was saying. So I guess he was trying to tell me something.
Right? So she's throwing out there she's trying to see, does this guy know about the Facebook post that I made? The bitch is dead, right? She's pretending this guy, he said something's going on Facebook with the post, and before I could answer him back, I got taken. So is there something going on? You see how she's doing that? Yeah, that's a manipulator and a skilled liar, right? Yeah.
Okay. Do you see that that's what all your friends are wondering?
He's
why?
bringing it back. He's not playing the game.
Even that friend that you're talking about is wondering why. Aaliyah's worried about you?
Aaliyah? Are you kidding me?
Look at me. Look at me.
Aaliyah's always been a bully to me.
Okay, but
And of course, that's a lie. Aaliyah's been nothing but kind to her. And now we're going to get to the part that has been thus muted out. Now you know the context of how this was building up to this part. And to me, this part, and it wasn't muted out because it was so earth-shattering. It was because there was names mentioned. But still, if you take it in context of everything, to me, it says a lot about what she had in her arsenal to use as motive and to get away with things. This is one of them.
look at me. This time is different. This time is a lot different. She's very concerned about you, sweetheart. Very.
What about my Aunt Rachel?
Okay. Why did this happen?
I don't know.
You do know why it happened. Okay.
I don't know why it happened.
Let me tell you something. I walk out that door.
I know. Did she have a heart attack? She was
Hey,
sick.
look at me. We're not going to play those games. I'm not going to do that. That's not what I'm here to do. Okay? Then start being honest with yourself. And start being honest with me.
She's pausing here. She's doing this, and she's thinking she's got to come up with something. Now, here's it.
No, you're not. Okay? You're not a bad person. I don't care what anybody's ever said to you. I don't care what your family's ever done to you.
I was sorry.
I don't care that maybe somebody's bullied you or made fun of you. Okay? Well, you know what? All that rage gets pent up inside.
But
That gets so overwhelming to anybody. I don't care if it's you, me, somebody else. And you know what happens? You explode. Everybody does.
I go to church.
Okay?
Oh, bro, I go to church.
And I release all of that.
I release it all.
And that's fine. And I'm proud of you for that, okay? And that's something that you need to continue to do, okay? But there again, people make mistakes, okay? Jesus got angry in the Bible, did he not?
Yes.
And flipped the tables over, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so even he gets angry, okay? But all your friends are still down here, and all they want to know is why. They don't care about the details. They just want to know why, and they're concerned for you, and they still love you and they still care for you. Matter of fact, there's still a lot of people there for you,
I know.
and every one of them's asking.
Here it comes.
Why?
Here it comes now, guys.
Why? Detective Hancock, why? Why?
I don't know if you even know this.
Here it is.
But my mom had guardianship papers for me. Because I have a mental slowness about the age of 14 years.
Okay. Did you hear this? And it's not all the way done, but I just got to pause it here because it's like my mom had guardianship papers over me because I have a mental, I think she said slowness instead of illness, but regardless, because I have a mental illness or slowness, I'm about the age of 14. Where have we heard this? And what else? Listen to what else.
And if in the case of anything should happen to her, I was supposed to go with my Aunt Rachel.
Okay.
And Uncle Ray.
And if anything were to happen to my mom, I was supposed to go with my Aunt Rachel and my Uncle Ray. Because my mom had guardianship papers. They're the ones that have the guardianship. She is like, look it, I'm slow. I'm not okay mentally. I'm like a little 14-year-old. Okay. Can you call Aunt Rachel and Ray to come get me? That was muted out. That whole thing was muted out. And I started thinking about this. I discovered this a couple days ago that that now the unredacted, unmuted part was there, that she's now claiming to be in her baby voice, in her littleness with the blankie, telling the detective, in case something happens to my mom, I'm supposed to go with Aunt Rachel and Uncle Ray. My mom had a guardianship over me because I have the mental slowness. I'm slow, like around 14. I mean, I know no one's shocked by this. I mean, obviously we're not shocked by this, right? And then I found a few other things that I want to show you that I'm sure you guys have probably even seen these things, but then when you put them together with this and two other things that I'm going to get to in a minute, I want to go back over to the comments though, and then I will get to how this ties in to three other things that you guys are going to be like, wow, yeah, it makes sense. And also, to me, I'm going to pose a question to you guys that I don't know the answer to, and I'd love your input in it. So let's go back over to the comments, because I know there's some great comments over here and possibly some questions. And let's see, did I show this one yet? $10, a real talk with Haley. It's crazy to me that she never, I did do this one. Thank you for Haley about the blood and all that. Hopefully we'll someday get answers to that, because I found out something else, you guys. I can't show it to you right now, but when Mitch and I started, when we did our first video, right, there wasn't a lot of like FOIA evidence, but we got all the evidence that we could get. And one of them were like all of these articles. One of them says that the Greene County Sheriff's Department actually seized over 200 pages of Gypsy's medical records. And what I know about FOIAs is I'm wondering if, I've never seen those. And I'm wondering if Greene County will release those now. I'd love to see those. So just a little caveat here, just to about this other blood and other evidence that's been coming up lately. Okay, where am I at now? Sorry, I just want to get to everyone here. Okay, Sandy Dorsey Chacon, $26.95, member for 4 months. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you so much for being here. Citizen Gen X, $5. Looking forward to tonight. Hashtag Scoops Troops. I love that hashtag. Thank you, Citizen Gen X. We got PGH Deb 14. I know her too. She's been here for 2 months. Truth Train Passenger. Hi, Becca and Mitch in chat. Hey, Deb, thank you for being here. We've got Claire coming. Oh, wow. Claire, always the generous one, always the kind one. Claire overseas in the UK, gifted 5 Becca Scoops memberships, 5 new people on the Truth Train. Thanks to Claire. Thank you, Claire. We got Hef 3, who also is a Truth Train member. Welcome aboard. We've got Sherry 1968, who's been a member for 4 months. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you for being here for 4 months. We got Time Bandit 27, gifted 5 Becca Scoops memberships. Thank you so much, Time Bandit. We've got Super Raytrod at $1, coming in with a $1.99 super sticker. Thank you, Super Raytrod. Appreciate that. We've got It's Just Me Friends, OG, member for 9 months. Truth Train, you bet. We've got Hagrid Vibes, who became a member on the Truth Train. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. And I apologize to everyone if I butcher anyone's names. Okay, we got that one. Carolina Girl 75 coming in. We all know her. Member for 7 months. Chugga chugga choo choo. Truth Train woo woo. Thank you, Carolina Girl, and thank you for being here tonight. You know I appreciate you. We got a Jesse Can Ely 5627 with a $1.99 super sticker. Thank you, Jesse. Very kind of you. We got one of our OGs, Harley Quinn PDX, coming in with $5. Thank you to everyone who has made the Truth Train possible. We have created an amazing community here. Thank you, Becca and Mitch, for making it happen. Thank you guys, not just our little channel over here, not just everybody that's in chat, but so many creators in this community have done the work, and we appreciate them, and we are humbled to stand next to them in this fight for the truth, right? I just wanted to put that out there. Who do we got next? We got Nicole Lohman, 6990, who also became a member on the Truth Train. Welcome. We got Sherry, 1968. Whoa, she's also, we got to get a new car for the Truth Train. Got to add a car. She's gifted 5 Becca Scoops memberships. Okay, Sherry, thank you. Lady Amnesty, member for 7 months. Happy Thursday. Loving the ride on the Truth Train. Thank you, Lady Amnesty. I do have a little update about behind the scenes stuff. Stuff like developed a lot in the last few days. I don't think that I can't tell you who I talked to behind the scenes, but I can tell you that I talked to someone really important behind the scenes in the last 2 days. I did an interview with this person. I can't show you it. I'm sorry, but just why I'm telling you that is to let you guys know that there is work going on behind the scenes that you will know about at some point. It just right now, we can't make it public right now, but it's coming. It's coming. And you guys are going to hear from a lot of the characters that you know from this case that you're like, oh my God, that you're like, their names. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, let me move on here. We got Slayer Wolf 369 also became a member on the Truth Train. Thank you so much. Arkansas Gigi, member for 1 month. Love you, Becca, and fellow train riders. Well, thank you, Arkansas Gigi, for being here and being a member for 1 month. Lions Doth Reign, member for 3 months. I'm late. No worries, Lion Doth Reigns. You know I know you. You know me. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. Okay, we got Nikki BBBBBB became a YouTube member. That means she's on the Truth Train. Welcome, Nikki. Just Ashley 84, another one that we know, member for 2 months. Love being a part of the Truth Train. Much love, Becca. Well, thank you, Ashley, for being here. Thank you. You're always a loyal person in the live streams. I see you all the time. We got Bubbly Cat, $1.99. It's my 20. Oh, wow. You guys, Bubbly Cat. If you see her, I hope she's still in chat. She gave me $1.99 for her birthday. Everyone wish her happy birthday. It's her 24th birthday. Wow. That is a pretty great birthday to be having, in my estimation. Bubbly Cat, happy birthday from everyone at the Becca Scoops channel and everyone in chat. I know will wish you a happy birthday. Okay, Ollie, HJ9 Joe, member for 2 months. Longest train ride ever. Absolutely worth it, right? Oh my gosh, that is such the truth, isn't it? Point me to the snack car. Exactly. It's amazing what you are doing for truth and justice. Thomas the Tank Engine has nothing on this shit show. Right? Right? Yeah. This is the longest train ride ever. I agree with that. We got Ms. Lady coming in with $2 Canadian dollars. I know that. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Ms. Lady. Thank you for reminding everybody in the chat. We got Cools K West 71 maybe. $2.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. We're going to do a few more and then get back to this other stuff about this guardianship and all that, right? That's kind of weird. Jill B 3072 member for 5 months. Thanks for all the work you, Mitch, and your team do. Well, thank you so much. And since you're mentioning my team, I want to talk really quickly about that. I don't pay anyone to do research for me. No one gets paid to do research for me. Absolutely not. The one person that you've heard me call my researcher, that person came along almost when I started out, and they had a passion for the case. And we emailed back and forth. We became friends, and that's it. She doesn't do my research for me. She helps me. She's like, what are you looking at right now? And I'm like, I mean, can you imagine if I didn't do any of the research myself? How could I talk about it? But she is a great researcher. And I love to give people credit that are passionate about this case. But I do want to stress, I don't pay her. I mean, we're just a little small channel here trying to do, what we can do. And she doesn't want pay. That's, I've even said, because she's done so much for me, she's always like really into the case. And I'm like, can I pay you something? You're being so generous with, helping me and with her time. And she goes, no, I'm just really, really passionate about this case. And I'm like, okay. She has nothing to do with what content we do on this channel. She has nothing to do with anything really, except for helping me with research. That's it. It's a big thing to me, but in the scope of the whole channel, no, she has nothing to do with what we pick or whatever. So I just wanted to make that clear. I know it's weird that I had to say that, but I felt that I needed to say that. You know what I mean? All right, let's do a couple more. And then I got to do, speaking of sponsors, I got to do a sponsor thing. Vanity in Darkness 25, $9.99. Thank you and your team for all the hard work and great content. Well, thank you, Vanity Darkness 25. Let's do a few more. We've got Forest Friend coming in with 1 Becca Scoops membership. Thank you, Forest Friend. We've got Taminator 615. I love that name. Member for 3 months. Thank you, Becca. Long live the truth. Absolutely. We've got Kat Stoller 7801 became a member. She's on the Truth Train. The Truth Train is growing. Forest Friend, another gifted membership. And another gifted membership. Maybe I'm hitting that at the same time, but I don't think so. Rhea BQ 84, £4.99. I learned that. Hi from Scotland. It's my birthday. Another birthday. You guys tell Rhea B at Rhea BQ 84. Happy birthday. You're in Scotland. 42 and a single mom. Bless you for being a single mom. As you remember, working on my PhD. Yes, in forensic psychology, sending you love. Yes, I do remember. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you being here. And thank you. And I want to talk to you. You know I do. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get all of my emails. I'm getting help with my emails. Just now Mitch is going to start getting emails, which is good because he can help. Forest Friend gifted another Becca Scoops membership. Thank you, Forest Friend. You're so generous. One of our favorites, Vladdy Brooker, £2. I think it's pound. Becca and Mitch, the iconic power couple. Oh, that's so, I don't know if we're a power couple, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you for the compliment. I think he would laugh at that. Marcel Harding, New Zealand. I think it's New Zealand, maybe. Super sticker. Thank you, Marcel. I've seen you around in chat. Thank you for being here all the way. I think it's New Zealand. If I'm wrong, sorry. But Marcel, thank you. I've seen you around in the comment section, and you're very nice and very smart. And thank you for being here. Lions Doth Rain is back with $10. I'm having a rough couple of weeks with okay. going on. I'm so sorry, you guys. Give her some props, give her some love. I needed a mental health break. Thank you, Becca, Mitch, and all creators for all you do for this truth movement. Hashtag truth train. Well, you know what, Lion's Death Rain, we all need a mental health break. All of us do at times, right, guys? Some people use this community kind of as their mental health break. Others do other things, but I think we can all agree that our whatever's going on in your life, Lions, Death Reigns, we're here for you. We're giving you support. And if you want to email me, if there's anything I can do personally, let me know. I take my role very seriously here at my channel and the people that support my channel. So if there's anything I can do, I don't know, please feel free to email me. Okay. A few more here. Oh, wait. Elisa Vegan, 81. It's £9, 99 pence, I think. I grew up in a single parent family with an absent dad. We were dirt poor with a mother who had mental illness. We protect our mother. There is no excuse for what Gypsy did. Spoiled brat. She is insane. Thank you, Alyssa, for saying and verbalizing what all of us feel. We all feel exactly with what we all agree with exactly with what you just said. All right, we got Dazed and No Confused with $20 coming in. So glad to see Gyp Ship's downfall in action and her empire crumbling. More and more people are falling on the right side of the fence. Thank you to you and Mitch for all your hard work. You two are an adorable couple. Love to you. Well, thank you, Dazed No Confused. We appreciate that. We appreciate your support with what we're doing here on our channel. It means so much to Mitch and I. So much to us. Thank you so much. Just a few more. Jill B 3072 with Canadian 13.99. You deserve this for all your hard work you do. Well, thank you, Jill. And we've got one more new member here. Catherine 5066 became a member. Catherine 5066, welcome on board the Truth Train. Welcome to the best chat on YouTube. One of the best chats on YouTube anyways. The people in this chat are amazing, smart and funny, because I don't want anyone that's not smart and not funny. And that's what we got here in this chat. Okay, one more, and then I'm going to have to do my little Morgan and Morgan thing that's only a minute long. Snowflake and Fireflies 891 499. Gypsy nor Nick had Tor browsers, so they're not been to the dark web. Okay, thank you for that. You also need to get specific addresses from forums, and they'll never show. They never showed any. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. I think what you're saying is we don't see any indication that either of them access the dark web. I think that's what you're saying, Snowflake and Firefly. But correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Okay, we're going to stop there and we will go one more. Oh, Trouble Puffs. I love Trouble Puffs. Member for 5 months. Trouble Puffs, thank you for being here. Love you, Becca. Thanks to you and Mitch. Trouble Puffs, thanks for you being here. And we're going to stop there and we're going to get back to our program. But before I do, you guys, this is the time. I'm going to play our more. Oh, wait a minute. I got to take that off the screen. You know, I'm not very good. Oh, and I forgot to put the chat. Oh, I was so flustered today I was so flustered today trying to do this live with Mitch and the echo and that I forgot to put you guys' comments on and so I'm going to put them there now. I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh, my cat just knocked something down. Okay. But I want to get to the second part of this live. But before I do, I want to thank Morgan and Morgan, who has sponsored our channel, and is sponsoring this video, this live stream. So thank you to Morgan and Morgan, and I'll be back in a minute. Here's Morgan and Morgan. And now a legal alert from today's sponsor of our video, Morgan and Morgan. Did you know that children are being diagnosed with serious conditions like type 2 diabetes and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease? And research is potentially linking ultra-processed foods to these outcomes? Morgan & Morgan is stepping in to fight to hold food companies accountable. With decades of experience fighting large corporations, Morgan & Morgan is ready to stand up for families who deserve justice. So, if you have a child under 21 who has been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes or fatty liver disease, hit the link in my description box to learn more. It'll only take you a couple of minutes to find out if you have a case, and you can do it from your own phone. All right, guys, I'm back. Thanks to Morgan & Morgan. We're going to get to the second half of this live stream. And I left off talking about this freaking guardianship, right? That was muted out of the interrogation. That Gypsy's like, I'm little and my mom had a guardian. Did she have did Dee Dee have a guardianship on Gypsy? No. Did she try to get one? Yes. Now, I'm not going to get into all of the deep dive explanation of that because you don't need to know that right now. Okay. And I actually have part of that in a past video of mine. But what you need to know is this. And I think you guys can attest to this too. As you go along in this case, certain things you thought about it start to kind of morph, right? So, for example, when Mitch and I started this channel was the day that Gypsy got out of prison, okay? The day she got out of prison, we started researching her case. And all that was available about Dee Dee was that Dee Dee had a history of writing bad checks. Basically, we had what Dee Dee's family said about her, that she was this petty criminal and that she had this history of scamming people, basically. That's all the information we had. Okay. So when we make our first video, we slanted a little bit that way. But the reason for me making the first video was because I didn't believe the Munchausen by proxy at all. No, that was what got me on this case. I'm like, nope, she didn't have that. And so that's where we start, right? With your research. And as you go on and you get more and more and more and more information, sometimes what you think about certain people starts to shift a little bit. And with Dee Dee, it's become apparent to me that Gypsy was the abuser, that Gypsy was the scary one. And I have backing me up now another expert who has a doctorate in social work, who is an expert witness, who has testified on the stand on these things. I had her over the last 2 days analyze this whole guardianship thing. Okay. And I asked her a couple of questions, and I think you're going to find it fascinating what she had to say to me about. So let me bring that up for you. This is from an actual doctorate in social work. Okay. Her name is Cindy. She's been following the case. She's on the truth train, and she was kind enough to write me out this big explanation answering questions about this guardianship. I want to share a little bit from what she said to me, and then I want to show you some pictures of Gypsy. Those pictures of Gypsy, that's going to make you go, Okay, so let me bring up this first part. Why did Dee Dee seek the guardianship of Gypsy? Dee Dee was a very intelligent woman who knew how to work the system. Dee Dee knew Gypsy was mentally unstable. She was a helicopter mom. I believe she was very aware of Gypsy's activities, the videos, and the text messages. She knew her daughter was hypersexual. She knew her daughter was violent. Dee Dee was scared of Gypsy and had been for some time. Now remember, this is this woman's opinion. It's her opinion based on being on the truth train for a long time and based on her education and her background, being an expert witness and a doctorate in social work. Okay. So you don't have to agree with everything she says, but I think it's worth taking a listen to it. This was overwhelming for Dee Dee because Gypsy was her life. She devoted everything to giving Gypsy the best life she could give her, even if it meant lying to achieve her goals. She was a devoted mother who sought answers as to why her child was sick and had them when Gypsy was diagnosed with the 1q2 1.1 microdeletion. she showed Gypsy unconditional love and support. It was impossible for her to believe that Gypsy could be toxic and corrupt. What do you guys think? Do you think Dee Dee, I kind of do agree with this part. I think Dee Dee really had unconditional love for Gypsy, and maybe she couldn't see Gypsy being toxic and corrupt. I don't know. She goes on to say, I've got to get the comments off. That is when Dee Dee realized that she had created a monster with a capital M, guys, a monster she could not control, a very reckless and dangerous monster. She was fully aware that Gypsy was a pathological liar, a manipulative sociopath, and a character assassin. It would not matter. She knew Gypsy would, is this number 2? Yeah. She knew Gypsy would throw her under the bus without a second thought to save herself. People would believe sweet, simple-minded Gypsy. Gypsy would expose Dee Dee as someone other than the exceptionally devoted, loving, and selfless mother, caring for a severely ill daughter that the community, neighbors, and charitable organizations perceived her to be. Gypsy was her monster. I want to repeat that, guys. Listen to this. Gypsy was her monster, right? She knew she was one, but it was her monster, her beloved monster. In order to fix the situation, she would need to stop the dangerous behavior. This is what this woman thinks why Dee Dee was seeking a guardianship. This is why she thinks Dee Dee was trying to get a guardianship. Okay. So in order to fix the situation, she would need to stop the dangerous behavior, protect Gypsy from herself, and prevent future financial reputational ruin. For Dee Dee, it would also be a form of self-preservation. Once again, she would care for her severely ill daughter, something she had done from the day Gypsy was 3 months old and had sleep apnea. So Dee Dee thought that guardianship would be the answer. She realized that after speaking with an attorney, and this is exactly what happened. What this woman is going to talk about now is been proven in the paperwork I gave this woman. Okay. Though Dee Dee thought that guardianship would be the answer, she realized after speaking with an attorney, doctors report would not support allegations that mental or physical incapacitation to the level required for a decision in Dee Dee's favor. There was no way around this based on the requirements in Missouri. Since the medical professionals were advised that guardianship would not be moving forward, in Gypsy's case is what she's talking about, she, most likely on the advice of the attorney, she, meaning Dee Dee, most likely on the advice of the attorney, went forward with a durable power of attorney and a power of attorney. They're two different things. One is just a power of attorney. The other one is a durable power of attorney, and both provided for Gypsy's future. The medical professionals knew Dee Dee was not in good health, and the durable power of attorney supported her devotion to Gypsy by providing a home should she become incapacitated or die. Hence, I want to take this down real quick. Hence, when Gypsy's telling Detective Hancock, "When you just go get my Aunt Rachel, my Uncle Ray, because they have guardianship over me because I'm mental slowness. I'm only 14 mentally," right? Dee Dee couldn't get the guardianship. That's the truth. But Gypsy's lying to the guy, right? But she's also doing a couple other things here, right? Yeah, she's also like, "I'm slow. I'm mentally slow." See, that fascinates me. That Gypsy, remember, I didn't think Gypsy leaned into this mentally slow thing as much as she did, right? She actually, because I'm always really cautious to say, "Oh, yeah, she was totally, scamming," and I need to see proof of it, right? Now I am so excited. I've seen a lot of proof. One, the CPS report that I went over last time. The deputy on the scene says it's apparent this patient, this person, this gypsy is mentally incompetent. It's apparent. The deputy wrote, it's apparent. So what was Gypsy doing in front of this guy? Remember, she's not with her mom when the CPS, the Child Protective Services, come out, right? They separate her and Dee Dee. Gypsy, I'm not even saying she had to jump up out of the wheelchair because, of course, you know, the other side always says, oh, you guys invalidate abuse. No, okay, fine. I won't invalidate abuse. Not only does she not have to get up, just act normal, but she doesn't even act normal. She acts mentally incompetent in front of the cops. Explain that away, right? Now, fast forward, you've got what she's telling Hancock, right? Oh, I'm only 12 years old, or I'm only 14. I'm mentally slow. She was leaning into this, right? What else? What else? Okay, here's what I wanted to show you guys. A few days before the murder, I think it was 2 weeks, maybe at the most, 10 days, right? Here's Gypsy. Here she is. What do you notice? What do you notice? She is 23 years old here. What's missing in her mouth? What's missing in her mouth, guys? That's right. Her teeth. Leaning in to this mental slowness. I'm so not okay. Look at the face, the big ass glasses, and that beanie thing on her head. You know, she had teeth at home. You know that, right? Proof. Positive. Dee Dee didn't make her do that. We know she's lean. See, this is what in Revelation to me. She's actually leaning into this stuff. So I don't want to hear any more. I don't want to hear any more from that other side. That, well, Dee Dee made her do it. Dee Dee made her do it. No. Okay. All right. I was the cautious one on that one. I was like the one, well, let's not get crazy. You know, a lot of this stuff there's a lot of weird stuff when she was younger, and we got to be careful. Okay. I'm going to stay with that with the younger stuff, but this stuff, when she's over 14 years old, actually really over 14 years old, when she gets to Missouri, Sister Christian, as I like to call her, was leaning into this shit. Yeah, she was. Okay. Now, what else about this? I'm mentally 13, 14, right? What is with her in that? Now, I did this little still. Here's a little still. This is a pic, right? Because I have a mental, it's either illness or slowness that she says about the age of like a 14-year-old, right? It's what she's telling Hancock, right? And then the guardianship and all that crap, right? And I'm going to get to the end of the social worker's letter in a minute, but I want to show you this too. I know you guys have seen this before, and I've got it on double time speed just to get through it. But this is her again. She likes this little girl thing. She likes this. I only have a mind of a 13-year-old, 14-year-old.
Or Nick. And that is only part of the punishment. The other part was that I couldn't talk to Nick. And I can't do that. I can't be away from him for very long. That's why I'm making this video. And always just make sure that you're fully pleased before I log off for the day. Because that day I'm like, oh, okay, everything's him. I want to, have a full conversation. I don't just want reassurance. I want the pleasure and privilege of being able to talk to him. And when I mean him, I mean obviously Nick. So please, I am going crazy, and I can't imagine if I had to go another week or 2 or whatever, or God help me if you ever sentence me to a month. I think I'd go crazy. Please, I beg you, please, my master, please forgive me. Please, I'm sorry I disappointed you. I know that I'm supposed to be this perfect thing in your eyes and in Nick's eyes, but I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but I learn from them. Please just give me a chance. You and Nick are the only two that believe that I can do anything. And I can. You guys are both great teachers, and I need you both very much. So please, let me be with my soulmate again, please. please ask me. I'll do anything you want. But just don't cut me off. Don't cut me off from my love. I am blessed you teach me so much, and I know that this is tough love, but I don't like it. It's hard. I like when we're all happy. You say that this will make me stronger, but right now I'm feeling kind of weak. Maybe later I'll feel stronger, but right now I don't. Because I'm cut off. And I'm sad. But I know the big picture here. I know that the reason why you're doing this is because you want me to be a strong woman. But that's another thing I need to talk to you about, is that what happens if I just want to be me? In my mind, I'm 13. Looking at me, you probably think it too, but I know that my biological age is 18, is because you want me to be a strong woman. But that's another thing I need to talk to you about, is that what happens if I just want to be me? In my mind, I'm 13.
I think this whole thing about her being mentally 12, 13, 14, she says it at another time when she's laying in the bed. This is another video. I don't have it up here, but I remember it. She's laying in her mom's bed and she's telling Nick about how her mom is worried about her, that she should not really she's not mature enough yet to date men. I thought before, oh, please, that's bullshit. I don't think so anymore. I think, like what the social worker was writing to us, Dee Dee realized monster with a lot of issues, right? Dangerous monster. And because I asked, I try to be unbiased. I asked this person who was doing this assessment for me, I said, is it financial? Because I want the truth. I don't want what everyone wants to hear. I want the truth. So was Dee Dee doing this for some kind of financial gain or something? And the woman's like, no, there wasn't any financial gain to get a guardianship on Gypsy. And that's right. What was the financial gain? Was Gypsy like pulling in, raking in the big bucks? No. Gypsy was the burden. She was having to provide for Gypsy, right? Her 23-year-old daughter who is a monster, who can't be let loose in society, basically. I used to believe that was kind of bullshit. Like, oh, come on. What do you mean can't be let loose in society? Like, I believe she was like a psychopath, but like dangerous, gonna like really hurt a lot of people physically. I'm starting to think there's the Gypsies are very good at her the small stature, the voice. It's very non-assuming. You really, really get fooled by a lot of this. Even when you know a lot about the case, you start really thinking about it and looking at her, and that's why it's like looks can be deceiving, right? Look at, Ted Bundy and how charismatic he was and stuff. And I'm starting to think this one right here, this one right here, this one. Yeah. I think we're along those lines. I think I'm getting more scared and scared as this investigation goes on. And I was the cautious one. I'm the cautious one. I'm the one like, no, let's not go that far with it. Let's not, just like with the stuff that I had Mitch do. I really need to look at it. I really need to do the research of it before I decide, okay, I agree with this, right? Okay. This whole thing, very weird.
Looking at me, you probably think it too, but I'm sad. But I know the big picture here. I know that the reason why you're doing this is because you want me to be a strong woman. But that's another thing I need to talk to you about, is that what happens if I just want to be me? In my mind, I'm 13. Looking at me, you probably think it too, but I know that my biological age is 18.
No, that's a lie. She's not, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure she was 18 and was born in 91. So 91, 2000. No, she's way over 18 here.
What happens when I'm 25?
Yeah, she was like 18 in 2011. No, she was 20 in 2011. Sorry.
I'm still in the mindset of a 13-year-old.
This is 2013.
I'll be completely out there honest with you. I have a doll collection. I still play with Barbies. No, I don't make them talk. I just play with their hair. I like braiding their hair. Simona is the one that is
Admitting to still playing with Barbies.
the more sexually driven one, and therefore most fun for you. The best way I can describe me is, yes, I'm your slave. Yes, I'm your lover. But I'm also kind of like your daughter.
Oh,
because if you think
God.
about it, I'm not really a woman. Not in my mind.
She's the one that always brings up this daughter stuff, right? I'm kind of like your daughter. What is this with her? What is this fetish with her? Really, really disturbing stuff. Really disturbing.
I'm also kind of like your daughter.
What?
Because if you think about it, I'm not really a woman. Not in my mind.
I'm not really a
Simona is.
woman?
That's why I'm so happy to be with Nick, because he's like me. You know, we have the heart of a child. And we understand each other. And we don't judge. But
All right, so I can't take any more of that. I just wanted to show you that is with the toothless pictures, right? The toothless pictures. She had teeth. 23 years old here. And look how she's sitting. Crisscross applesauce. We're not pretending we're paralyzed here. Crisscross applesauce. Just amazing. Just amazing, right? That she leaned into that. And again, because I have a mental, it was slowness, I think, about the age like a 14-year-old. Just really bizarre. And you guys know she's dangerous. I think she is dangerous. And I'm just going to leave it at that. You know, I think that now that Mitch is going to be joining us on lives, please send you the questions. He's the one that's the detective. I'm not, but he has been around a lot of ruthless people, ruthless characters. And he has a good sense, and he thinks that Gypsy will reoffend. He has said that to me. I think Gypsy will reoffend. So we need to get his take on that too. So as far as this whole guardianship thing, let me see what else that this social worker wanted to add. I wanted to just finish off with what she had to say. I in no way feel Dee Dee did the durable power of attorney. Oh, so basically, guys, what Dee Dee had on her, she tried to get the guardianship. That didn't work because in Missouri, very strict laws, Gypsy would have to be like really like the judge just wouldn't go for it. Gypsy was able to articulate. Gypsy's able to answer questions, yada, yada, yada. So no, she could not get a guardianship on her. Okay. So what she gets is a general durable power of attorney for general purposes, a durable power of attorney for general purposes. And then she gets the medical one, which is a standard one. You know, like if you like become incapacitated, your next of kin makes the decisions for you. That's all that is. So that's like standard. The other thing about this is Gypsy tries to tell everyone that one of the reasons why she had to kill her mom was because in her mind, she thought her mom had the guardianship. And so I wanted to debunk that or try to debunk that anyways. So I went to a credible expert who is this woman, Cindy, right? I posed the question. Here's what happened. There was an attorney involved and there was a social worker involved. And I showed her the proof of that. And here is what else Cindy had to say about Gypsy's so-called notion that she thought there was really a guardianship in place. I in no way feel that Dee Dee did the durable power of attorney or the power of attorney for financial reasons. Gypsy at that time did not have any income. They did receive gifts and trips up until the time of Dee Dee's murder. However, none of them were outright cash in hand. These were done due to advice from the attorney when the guardianship was taken off the table. I believe the durable power of attorney and the power of attorney That's what Dee Dee actually got. That's what she ended up getting, okay? She couldn't get the guardianship, so she got these other things. Gave Dee Dee a measure of comfort, a mother who loves their child, even when they despise the person they have become. Dee Dee was sick, and she knew she was not going to get better. She had serious health issues, but she wanted to make sure that should anything happen to her, Gypsy would have a place to go and be cared for. Why did Gypsy bring the guardianship up to the detective? I think she threw the guardianship comment. I think she knew the guardianship comment and stating Dee Dee thought she had the mind of a 14-year-old at the detective, so he would see her more as an innocent, naive teen. I'm gonna leave this up in a community post if you guys want to read the rest of this. I've kind of discussed this with you, but I want to get to the very end here. I have spent some time reviewing everything I can touch on Dee Dee. Because of her selfless devotion to Gypsy, finding out that she was the monster I called her earlier was frustrating. It made her angry and exhausted. She wanted control over her because she saw Gypsy as unmanageable. Gypsy does not want anyone to control her, and she makes that clear. That's when I think Gypsy started to turn on Dee Dee and abuse her. Dee Dee was embarrassed and ashamed and covered it. Remember, Dee Dee always covered for Gypsy, right, guys? When she tried to go for guardianship and found out that it was not an avenue she could use to control Gypsy, it was a defeat and also the beginning of a faster decline in her health. Is there any doubt Gypsy Rose Blanchard knew there was no guardianship per the social worker's note I have attached? This is what I asked the woman. This is actually me talking here. Okay. And here's what she says. Gypsy knew it's above, but the social worker and an attorney both had an obligation to ensure she understood the guardianship and everything. Guardianship is a weapon and excuse that Gypsy will use until the day she dies. Listen, guardianship, the so-called guardianship, guys, is a weapon, an excuse Gypsy will use until the day she dies. And then she asks, has anyone talked to Rachel and Ray Miller? And I want to get back. I think she... okay. So what this woman also told me was there was absolutely no way that Gypsy was not fully informed her mother did not have a guardianship over her. There's no way that there was a social worker on the case and there was an attorney on the case, an attorney representing Gypsy, by the way. So they both would have told her. But to this day, Gypsy tells people, my mom, I thought, because now we can prove she didn't have the guardianship, but Gypsy will say, but I thought she did. She told me she did. No, I don't care. Those people told you. They told you, Gypsy, and then you started signing for yourself. They told your mom can't get this guardianship. But I want to thank the woman, Cindy, who took the time to look into this. I am going to put her whole, she took a long time to write out what she thought about this. I've read most of it to you, but if you want to read it in total, I will put that in a community post when I'm done with the live. All right. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys, we're almost at the 2-hour mark here. And, but I want to go over a few other things, kind of changing speeds here. Let's get to Ryan, shall we? I've been wanting to talk about Ryan for a minute because Ryan Anderson always is just a peripheral person, but at some point Ryan probably will talk. I don't know, but I thought this was really interesting. Perez Hilton finally showed Ryan, I'm sure many of you have seen this, but I wanted to critique it a minute, showed Ryan this actual video of Gypsy, and he had to watch it. And I wanted to bring this up, and I wanted to make a few comments about this.
Off the hook, because I said I would ask 4 questions. I'm going to leave you, I'm going to get you off the hook, because I said I would ask 4 questions, but I'm not going to. But we will watch a video together.
Oh my God.
I don't even remember what this video is. Let's see.
Now, sadly, Perez wasn't, I don't think, totally prepared. I think he's even going to hit the video I just showed. It's one like that. It's one where she's crying. But what makes this very interesting to me is I want you to watch Ryan's reaction. Don't look at what Gypsy's doing on the screen. Look at Ryan's face when Perez starts to play this video of Gypsy.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You know you're my friend.
It's
Yeah, it looks like the same one I just played, by the way.
I think
You teach me so much, and I know that this is tough love, but I don't like it. It's hard.
That's what you said.
He's looking away. He made an off-color remark. Gypsy said, it's so hard. He makes a joke. Ryan's always got to make the D as fire type jokes. He said, that's what she said about being hard. But look how he can't look at her. Look how he's distressed, looking away from the screen. He cannot look at Gypsy fake crying here. It's really telling.
You say that this will make me stronger, but right now I'm feeling kind of weak. Maybe later.
See, this guy is still all in with her. He believes the act. Ryan, look at this guy. He's going to start crying, and she's fake crying.
I'll feel stronger, but right now I don't.
He just believes it. He just believes it.
all right, I'm bored already of that. You never.
And then he laughs it off because he's trying to be like a tough guy because he was almost crying there, right? And I was like, wow, this guy is still, after all this time, Ryan. And he does his fake laugh.
Saw any of this? Like, I mean, she never, this side of her you never saw.
No, man. Like, she had grown up so much by the time I started talking.
What do you mean she had grown up so much? Let me ask you, Ryan, how do you know she had grown up so much? Did you know her before you met her? I mean, you'd have to know someone for like their whole life to know, oh yeah, they've grown up so much from when I, first knew them. What are you talking about? You knew her for a year and you guys got engaged and married, basically. What do you mean she grew up so much? Based on what, dude? Based on what?
To her, like that was.
She was in her early 20s then.
Dude, yeah, she was in her early 20s, but I met her in her late 20s. You're telling me you.
Oh my God.
You didn't grow from your early 20s to your late 20s?
All right. Oh, drop a glove.
All right. So that's the end of that. I'm still just mortified. This guy cannot. She's grown so much from then, Perez. She changed so much in the 1 year I knew her. What are you talking about? So bizarre. So bizarre. Yeah, he's totally, totally pathetic. All right. I want to get to a few tidbits that I think that you guys are going to go, what the hell? Okay. So this isn't in any order, but this is stuff that I forgot to show you guys. Some of this stuff is about Christy. You guys may know this, but I want to show you. Christy thought, you guys know who Joey King is, right? Joey King is the famous actress that played Gypsy. There she is in the center there. It's Joey King in different parts here, right? Very famous, actress, good actress, played Gypsy in the Hulu, The Act. Christy actually thought Joey King would give a fuck what she thinks. Okay. Christy actually tried to message Joey King. That's like me trying to message Kevin Costner. Do you think I should let me get my text out? Do you think do you think he'll take my text? Do you think he'll be upset if are these Blanchards for real? Who the fuck do you think you are? So Joey King doesn't know who Christy is. They didn't work with them on it, right? So look at this message Christy sends Joey King. This is what Christy says to Joey King. Joey, this is Gypsy's stepmom. I just want to know, how will you truly understand Gypsy when you have not even spent any time with her? I wish you well. Joey King is probably like, spent time. Look, I'm just playing a part here, lady. Which I don't even think Joey King got this message. I don't know. But it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Well, I wish you well. Like she's telling off Joey King. These people, right? Just bizarre. All right. What else do I have for you guys? Just a few other tidbits here to yeah, okay. Remember when Gypsy was in her painting thing? Remember the painting thing? And why I'm bringing up the painting, okay, is because she's always on the grift and she doesn't change. What she wanted to do before, I've kind of shown. She thought she was a celebrity. Remember, she told Nick, I'm kind of a hometown celebrity around here. You know, I kind of make speeches. I'm kind of like a big deal, right? It's what she's still doing today, right? Now, check out this painting part.
A long time ago. Okay, it's not good. It's just my handprints. But this is before the crime. So it's my handprints. And
it's the same. The painting, the podcast, the influencer, all of it. She hasn't changed at all. She hasn't grown at all. What do you mean grown? This is what she was doing before. We know she's tried to do the artwork, right? That didn't work out. Now she's trying for the podcast. So I'm just, this whole notion that she has grown and she has changed and, she's no. And I just can't wait for that first podcast to come out. I really, really can't. All right, guys, I'm going to start wrapping up the live here now because I don't want to keep you guys too long. I'm going to go back over to your guys'. Oh, wait, is there anything else? No, I want to show you a couple other things. You guys may have seen these before. This is Gypsy this is part of her being a celebrity out in Springfield. There she is with her We Look Good in our KTTS shirts. She got her little pink cowboy. Got her little, her pink cowboy boots on over there. The pink cowboy boots and, the little neon shirt and the little skirt and the little cowboy hat and the little mask. Yeah. Okay. Crazy, right? Right? And there she is. No teeth. Like 22 years old, no teeth. Okay. I mean, it's crazy. Right? It's just crazy. Okay. Yeah, no teeth. Okay. Picture of little Dee Dee, because I always want to end with something Dee Dee. Okay, because this is about Dee Dee. Little Dee Dee on the end. Look how cute she is with the little dark halter on, the very little one with the dark halter on and the little pants. So cute, so adorable. Yeah. I was sent, this is part of some Google Drives I was sent, and I'd like to get into that on our next live. And also for our next live, I want you guys to send me, what do you guys want Mitch to address? A lot of people talk about the crime scene. So if there's detective stuff that you want Mitch to address, he's happy to do that. Send us some suggestions. What are you dying to know about? What's just like really bothering you about the case? And we'll look into it. Okay. We'll have Mitch look into it. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that over here. Yeah, we got our own detective over here. Okay, let me get to you guys' comments. I want to get them back on the, sorry, I took them off the screen there. Where are we at? Okay. Trouble Puffs, love you, Becca. Thanks to you and Mitch. Thank you, Trouble Puffs. Love you too. We got Karen73 became a YouTube member. Welcome to the Truth Train. This is great information. Thanks, Beck and Mitch. Keep the train rolling. Thank you, Citizen Gen X, for the $5. We got my OG mod, Susan Ryan. Great to see both Becca and Mitch. Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much. We got Arkansas Gigi, $9. Thank you, Mitch, for joining us this evening and for your professional opinions on the case. Much love and respect, Choo Choo. Well, thank you. And hopefully we will, by next live, be able to, if we got to I don't know if we got to be rooms apart or what, but we'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. Okay, Mira 5822, or maybe we could share a table. I was thinking of that too. Maybe we could have the mic, and I don't know. We'll figure it out though. Mirai 5822 became a YouTube member. Welcome to the Truth Train. And we got Laura Smith 1888, $20. This is the first one I caught live. Oh, great. Welcome, Laura. Welcome. I was a supporter of Gypsy, for about 1 year after she got out of prison. A lot of people were. Thanks to you, Becca. I am very much on the Truth Train now and a member of your channel for about 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Laura. I love the new members. We are getting the new members added to my outro as we speak. So I apologize. The outro won't have all the new members' names on it. By the next time we go live, all of the new names will be on the outro. I promise. Okay. What's up next? We got Zombie Pirate 23 coming in with another Becca Scoops Truth Train membership. Thank you, Zombie. We got Slayer Wolf, member for 2 months. Happy birthday, Queen Rose. Happy birthday, Queen Rose. Maria Media Via, $73.95, member for 7 months. Becca and Mitch equals couple goals. Oh, that's so thoughtful of you, Maria. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a member for 7 months. That means a lot to Mitch and I. Claire, one of our favorites, coming in with 20 pounds. I think everyone knows by now that I have grown to love Dee Dee. I agree for Dee Dee, and I'm here from the beginning for justice for Dee Dee and peace for Dee Dee. Thank God for Creators for the Truth extended family. Claire, I know that you've shared with us you're like an empath and that you really do have this deep connection with Dee Dee. I believe that, Claire. I believe that. I've seen your comments. I've seen everything that you put into this movement. And I want to thank you for being here and for really connecting with Dee Dee, Claire. I know that you do. Nutella Nick 90 came in with $6.99. I think that's Canadian dollars. Thank you so much. We've got a Zombie Pirate gifted 5 Becca Scoops memberships. Zombie Pirate is on a roll. We got Amber Starbanks. Amber Starbanks became a member to the Truth Train. You guys welcome her in. We got Bright Sunny Day 321, also a new member on the Truth Train. We got Granny Groza 1040. Oh my God. Stop the Truth Train. Gifted 10 memberships on the Truth Train. Everyone thank Granny Groza. Everyone thank Claire, Zombie Pirate, Forest Friends. If I'm forgetting other people who have gifted memberships, please. I just want to thank all of you guys. You guys are all wonderful. Oh, wow. Hydrium in Norwegian money. I believe that's 50 Norwegian money. Hello, lovely people. Update on Diana. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Good news about Diana. Where is it? Okay. Hold on. No. Okay. I'm going to do the below the Diana update first. Dear Becca, and I want to tell you guys, somebody wrote and said, hey, how can, and it was a good question. I don't believe that anyone can release medical information to someone that's not related to them. Here's what happened. Before Diana was put in the induced coma, she made sure that the medical team knew that she wanted me treated like family, that she wanted me updated. So she signed a waiver or whatever to make sure that the medical team, after they put her in a coma, could update me. So I just wanted to make that clear that yes, I know that this is the truth of what's going on. Here's from the medical team. This was from about 24 hours ago. Here's another update on Diana. Diana is awake, but sometimes still sleeps a lot. We are seeing some improvement in her condition. We look forward to Diana being able to update you herself. For now, she will remain in the ICU. The medical team, Amsterdam, Netherlands. One more comment that I wanted you guys to hear. This is from Taryn Raffelli. She allowed me to use her whole name. Hey, Becca, I was talking about your channel to a friend of mine, and he's watching from the beginning. He made a comment about the probability of Gypsy to reoffend and that she shouldn't be around a baby, let alone have custody of one. My friend himself is a convicted felon, armed robbery, and did about 10 years in the system. So he has insight into the criminal mind. He strongly feels Gypsy will be back in prison one day. I mentioned how Gypsy is making it easy for the content creators because she won't stop talking. She just won't shut up. He noted how serial killers in the past have done the same thing. The BTK killer was caught simply because no one was talking about him anymore, and he sent the letters to the press, basically telling on himself. Ted Bundy was so brazen as to pick his victims up in broad daylight, etc. I just thought it was an interesting observation how her current behavior is not just only a pattern for her, but for her fellow psychopaths. Anyways, have a great day. Choo choo, LOL. So I wanted to give you guys that from Taryn Raffelli, from her friend who was a convicted felon himself, who was watching our videos about Gypsy and was like, whoa. He saw he was bothered by Gypsy. And this is a guy that was been in the system for 10 years. So I thought that I would share that. I thought that was pretty noteworthy for you guys. Okay. Let me get back to your guys's comments here. Thank you for staying with me for this long, guys. Let's get to some more comments. As Starlight says, love you so much. Thank you, Lanky Tor. Thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. Appreciate you being here, Lanky. Mirai 5822 499. The muted parts are brought to you by the hacking dogs in Venezuela. This is the one that I was laughing at. May they stop hacking audios and TikTok accounts. Exactly. I had pictures of those dogs. Remember? Where's my pictures of? Yeah, there's one of the dogs that was hacking. That guy was hacking. I know it. I just know it. Okay. So thanks Mira Ray 5858 for that. Who's next? Nutella Nick 699 new subscriber. Hello from Canada. I can't wait for the day that the MSM mainstream media has to stop ignoring everything that's come out. It's coming. Choo choo. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Mitch and I really appreciate it. We got Avalon 1273 became a member on the Truth Train. Doesn't get much better than that. Time Bandit 27. Imagine Geppetto watching this losing her mind. Hide your nail clippers, Barney, and toothbrushes. In that order, I think. In that order, Time Bandit. Good one. We've got Snowflake and Firefly 819 coming in with $4.99. Him giving her the narrative about Nick threatening her drive me insane, right? He continually gave her the answers. Yeah, I know. I hear you on that. Gamma Goulet, member for 2 months. The absolute audacity is astounding. I cannot understand how she really thought she was going to get off and just go back to the pink house. It is mind-boggling. I don't know if we'll ever know exactly what all of her I think that was one of them. I wonder if she had like different contingencies in her mind. I'm going to play the stupid 14-year-old, make Uncle Ray and Aunt Rachel come and get me. I'm out of here. Yeah. I think she said, actually, I did not think I would get caught. In fact, I don't have time to do this today. I think you guys have seen this. I will end with this, but let me get through some more comments. There's this woman who was in custody with her the day that she was sent to court. And the way she said Gypsy was giggling and laughing and so carefree, and her mom had just been murdered. Yeah, I've got those. We'll save those for the next live. It's very telling, these messages from this woman. Okay, Gamma Goulet, thank you so much for that. Where am I at? Member for 2 months. And we've got Zombie Pirate became a YouTube member. Well, Zombie Pirate, you've been gifting memberships and now you became a membership member. Thank you so much. Thank you for getting back on the truth train. Laura Smith, 1888. The fact that she said Dee Dee told her to move with Nick just proves her lie that Dee Dee never let her leave. Thank you for that, Laura. Thank you for pointing that out. Absolutely. We've got Peyton Princess 001 became a YouTube member. Welcome, Peyton Princess. Blue Eye Division member for 2 months. Narrate of Trap Gone. I think of Trap Gone. She said mom told her to leave. Okay, maybe come back with that. I think you're talking about how Gypsy said part of her alibi or her narrative was my mom was kicking me out. My mom told me to leave. I was gone, and then I don't know, something happened to my mom. I wasn't even there. My mom told me to leave. Yeah, it's confusing, but part of her alibi was going to be that, I'm pretty sure. Grace Jones, 2831, $10. She was so afraid of Nick, she gave him money to come get her. Okay, right? Yeah, I'm so frightened. He's such a bad guy. K Tina 0000 member for 3 months. You had said in one of your videos, if you made the doc series, please tell me you guys are going to make it. Thank you so much for all you do. Love you, Becca. Yeah. So like Lori said over and over, we have no guarantees. I can say that we are down the line in it, that it's not in the very beginning phases. Does that make sense? But again, this is the entertainment world, so we don't have any guarantees yet. At some point, I guess, hopefully, if it goes the right way, we'll have guarantees. But right now, it's not at that juncture yet. But since we started, yeah, it's a for real project. It's a for real project. Okay, I can say that. With people beyond, like for real people. You know what I mean? For real people in the industry. Okay. Snowflake and Firefly 819, 4 pounds 99 pence. Also, she sat there with her real date of birth on her hospital bracelet and lied about it to the. I know. And then she used the whole Hurricane Katrina. My birth certificate got washed away in Katrina. This says I'm 55, but I'm really 12. Okay. Right. I mean, the lie, it's just such a stupid lie. Okay. Super sticker, $1.99. Thank you, KL Tina. We've got objection overruled 2, member for 3 months. Did it get redacted in case she was slow but not guilty? Did it get redacted in the case she was slow? Yeah, I'm not sure. Objection overruled, exactly what you're trying to say. I don't know if you're talking about Gypsy mentally. Part of the micro deletion is younger age. She could have had some developmental delays, but mentally, Gypsy's okay. Not mentally. She's not like autistic. She's not like slow. Okay. She's probably like pretty average intelligence, basically. I wouldn't say she's a genius, but I wouldn't say she's slow. I'd say she's probably average intelligence, my estimation. But if you want to clarify what you're saying, let me know. Okay. Time Bandit 27. Funny, the number 13 isn't good enough for her to identify as weird. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Megsy JMK, member for 1 month. The reason they muted it was because she said she had a mental issue. They did the same when Stephanie mentioned Nick's dog. Oh, you. Thank you, Megsy. Thank you. See, I thought it was because she was mentioning, but you're right. The HIPAA guidelines. You're right. You're right. Thank you for that. Amy Lee Roth became a YouTube. She's a member. Amy Lee is joining us on the Truth Train. You guys, welcome her in. Gamma Goulet. Gamma, you're spoiling our channel. You've got 5 Becca Scoops memberships coming. More memberships on the Truth Train. Thank you. Mosey, yeah, J 3235. She thought she was going home with Miss Rachel. Oh. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. She's going home with Miss Rachel. Christy. I love me some Christy. One of my mods, member for 3 months. Welcome in all the new and OG Truth Train members. Thank you, Christy. Thank you for doing that. That's so kind. I love me some Garfield. Love lasagna, member for 3 months. Give your cat their channel back. No take backs. I love this. All right. Okay. We'll have to give Moo the channel back. Thank you, Garfield. Morty 80 9865 499. So long as that toothless drooly mouth is moving, she lying. She lying. Music Angel 67 $5 super. I think it's Canadian. But thank you for the Canadian $5. Really appreciate that, Music Angel 67. We got Amy Lee Roth, who became a new YouTube member. Became a new member on the Truth Train. Amy Lee and Zombie Pirate and S1 Insomniac 61 also is on the Truth Train, and another member, Nutella Nick. Welcome, Nick. Subscribe, Nutella Nick. Now join the Truth Train. Welcome aboard, Nick. Welcome aboard. We gotcha. Shoshana, I think it's I'm not sure. And I'm thinking it's like Shoshana. $5.99. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I've watched all your videos. Oh wow, that's humbling to say. Wow, thank you. Thanks, Becca and Mitch. Shoshana. Oh, Shoshana from the Netherlands. Yay. Okay, Shoshana. Thank you for being here. And thank you for watching. That's very humbling to say you watched all our videos. We appreciate that. Gina O 9426. OG member for 9 months. Oh my God, I cannot wait for what's to come. Me too. I feel excited too, Gina. Thank you, Gina, for being number one, for being on the Truth Train from the beginning, for caring so much about this case. I know that you are super passionate about this case. I see you in the chat rooms. So, Gina, I just wanted to recognize you for that. Thank you for being here. Okay. Who else? Oh, well, mercy me. Becca has her Chad. I got a Chad. I got one. I do. Thank you, Mersey Me. That was so funny. All right. We got Adventures with Che, I think 86, 85. This is Becca and Mitch for keeping this going. Thank you so much for the $4.99. We appreciate it. Appreciate you being here and the support. You guys make the channel, not us. Shell Stevens also coming in with a $2.99 super sticker. Thank you, Shell. We got Adventures with Che again. I meant to say thanks. No problem. Thank you for the $1.99 too. Thank you back from Mitch and I. All right. We got Carla Wise 2141 with $2 super sticker. Carla, thank you so much for being here. Love that you could be here with us today. One of our favorites, Harley Quinn PDX, coming in, is a member on the Truth Train. Of course she is. We got Mosey J3235. Low-key Mitch is a Chad, though. Good looking couple. Thank you. He is low-key Mitch. Mitch, they've calling you low-key Mitch, honey. I just told him. Shaylin 2526, $1.99. We can do better with that, like Count Scoop Troop. Okay. All right, Shaylin, get it going. Whatever you're trying to do, I trust you, Shaylin. I want you to get it going. We can do better with that, like Count Scoop Troop. Okay. Lanky Tour coming in with, wow, Lanky, thank you, 1999, very, very generous. Love you, Beck and Mitch. I thank Starlight for introducing me to you. I thank Starlight too for introducing me to, Starlight was one of the first ones I started watching when I was doing my initial research for our first video. It was Starlight. Yep, I have to admit it was Starlight. Okay, we got Amy Lee Roth, $1.99. Thank you, Amy. Mirror Panda Duck, 1284. Also, new member on the Truth Train. We got Shell Stevens coming in. Love from South Australia. Keep on rocking. Wow, Shell. Wow, South Australia. Wow. Thank you for being here. That's wonderful. We got Nikki Walker, also became a member. We got Zombie Pirate 23 coming in with another Becca Scoops membership. Sabrina, the Middle Age Witch. Love everything you do. Thank you for being a member for 2 months, Sabrina. Thank you so much. We got McCatherine, member for 3 months. Thank you. Thank you. All you do too, McCatherine. You're also an OG legend around the Gypverse for sure. We got Claire coming back with £5. I love and appreciate and trust you so very much, Becca and Mitch. Thank you, Claire. You're like one of the best members of the Truth Train. We thank you for being here. We got Karma J, member for 9 whole months. Always a good time being here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We got Peyton Princess 001, New Zealand to New Zealand money. Much love. Keep being amazing, Peyton from New Zealand. Thank you. Cherry Reed, $48.79, $5. Love you, Becca. Thank you. And Mitch for all you're doing and keeping all of us up to date with the Gypsy case. Thank you so much for supporting our channel so we can keep you up to date on this case. We got 10, I think it's Tennessee Nurse, $10. In my opinion, Dee Dee was well aware of what Gypsy was capable of. Yeah, I'm agreeing with that now. She tried to protect the world from Gypsy while protecting Gypsy from the world. She definitely wanted to ensure she didn't procreate. Wow, good point. Hence the regular HCGs. Tennessee Nurse, thank you so much. Thank you for your opinion. I really appreciate it. And I agree with you on that. Priscilla Marquez coming in with a $4.99 super sticker. Thank you, Priscilla. We got Rude Canadian, 67 member for 3 months. I am convinced Gypsy has ODD, oppositional defiance disorder. A lot of people think that. It's very well could be. She also, as a little girl, there was like this weird note that she was some kind of a other behavioral thing, but very well could be Rude Canadian, this oppositional defiance disorder. Yep, very well could be. Nutella Nick is coming in with $6.99. So this was around the time she filmed the Ruby video. That's insane. Right. The Toothless Wonder picture. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nutella Nick. This picture. Remember the Ruby picture, the Ruby video? Remember the Ruby? I need you to be an evil person, introducing herself as Ruby. Here's the same time frame. That's the same time frame. Wild how she changes her look and changes who she is and the persona. The whole thing. Wild. Thank you for that one. That was a good catch, Nutella Nick. Okay, we're getting through it. Mighty Mulatto, 3000. Where you been? You think she was playing stupid? Oh, well, yeah. Big time playing stupid. Jessie Essex, one of our favorite members also. At 14, she can be tried as an adult for fraud. Okay, great point. And possibly did she know that or not know that? But thank you for that point, Jessie. Great point. We got Kimberly Shaw, 2209, coming in with $2 super sticker. We appreciate that, Kimberly. Morty, 9865, 1999, very generous. I feel bad for Dee Dee and even Rod a little. Imagine knowing you birthed that monster. Sometimes I feel like Rod defends her because she's his child after all. Well, that's pretty typical, right? Unpopular opinion. I know. Don't run me over. Don't run me over the truth train. No, I don't think it's unpopular. I feel like Rod defends her because it is his child. Okay. Gypsy seems to this is Jill 3072 with 27.99 Canadian. Gypsy seems to never learn from her life's mistakes and the situationals GRB creates from childhood of up to now. Right. She does not learn. No, she will never learn. She doesn't want to learn. She's not interested in learning or changing. That's not part of who she is. It's just not, she never will be like that, in my opinion. Yeah. Tennessee nurse, could she have been afraid Gypsy would get pregnant? Well, I think so. Yes, definitely. Was the guardianship in case of a baby? I mean, this is a good point that I haven't really thought about yet, Tennessee nurse, but I think was she hearing any of the messages? The baby clothes that were put away? Come on. Dee Dee wasn't stupid either, right? Dee Dee wasn't stupid either. So this is another good point. Was she worried? Was she trying to keep her not to get pregnant? Like she can't get pregnant, like Gypsy admitted she was hypersexual. You go on to say, Tennessee nurse, that'd make a lot of sense with what we know of recent. Yeah, I am starting to come to all of these same conclusions. Yes. Laura Smith, 1888, $2. I totally think she will reoffend too. Yeah, it's not a nice thought, but yep, I agree. Brittany Nicole, 6715, $4.99. Dee Dee needed to get a conservatorship. Oh, yeah. Not a guardianship on Gypsy. Yeah. Good point. That's like the Brittany thing, right? Snowflake and Firefly is back with $4.99. Why didn't GRB tell the attorney who represented her at the guardianship hearing that she was being abused and isolated? Yet another way out she had. There was so many times. I mean, come on. Come on. But what we get told is we are not validating her abuse by talking like this. Like, don't you know that people in domestic violence, what domestic violence? It was her on Dee Dee, not the other way around. What domestic violence was Dee Dee doing to Gypsy? Because we debunked that bullshit. All right. Just saying. Melissa Taylor, G3U, became a member on the Truth Train. Welcome, Melissa. We're getting through it, guys. We're getting through it. Snowflake and Firefly is back with the pound, 99 pence. GRB unalive Dee Dee as a preference, not a last resort. Starting to believe this too. Not that it never has crossed my mind. Obviously, it has. But for me, I have to see lots of circumstantial evidence, and I'm starting. It's getting wild. Snowflake and Firefly. Obviously she didn't have to kill Dee Dee. That's number one. I mean, we all know that. Did she do it, like some people say, like as a turn on? And there could be lots of other reasons. There could be more than one reason, right? Okay, let's get to that on the next live. That'd be something good for Mitch to weigh in on. Laura Smith, 1888. Christy is just as sick. Christy is just as sick as Gypsy. Yeah. Christy, we'll get into more of Christy because I've got these Google Drive that I was sent about Christy too that I want to get into on the next live. Okay, who do I got next here? I've got Lanky Tor coming back with $9.99. If Mitch is ready, I have so many questions about hybristophilia. I'm from SF and you guys in LA. He married a fan. Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. Lanky, are you saying you're from San Francisco? Is that what I'm thinking? And you guys are in LA? He married a fan. Okay, so I get the hybristophilia. I think you're from San Francisco, and of course we're in the LA area. But he married a fan. I'm not sure what that is about, Lanky. But you can write. Yeah, I'm sure. Someone write. Okay. Badicia 97. Badicia, German name, I'm pretty sure. Gypsy had prison pay pig so much for growth. LOL. Right. Yeah, the whole prison thing, it's just all you got to do is look at a few of the prison emails and you're like, I'm good. I see where she went while she was in prison, what she was into, right? Gamma Goulet, $10. You know, I wear full dentures. Thanks, pregnancy. LOL. I bet your ass I never leave the house without them, right? Around the house, sure, but leaving the house, hell no. She totally leaned into that. I agree, Gamma. I totally agree. Anna Dubu, on the truth train. Welcome her in. Welcome Anna in. 1 ounce of Jameson, full steam ahead. Thank you, Becca and Mitch. Thank you, 1 ounce of Jameson, for being here. Gypsy Rose, sexy tongue. We know this person too. Thank you for being here. Love the pick. I believe Gypsy has mental illness, feels no shame. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sexy tongue. Delaney Wilson, 6296. New member on the truth train. Wow. It's getting crowded on the truth train, guys. Manic Pixie Dweeb Girl, $5. Been busy crashing out Insta with truth bombs. Woo! Thanks for the ammo, Becca and Mitch. Well, thank you. Everyone get onto the Insta. She's into the Insta right now. I know that from little birdies that tell me things. Okay. Yeah. She's hoping to make bank on Insta is what I hear. Lord Rass, 199 super sticker. Thank you. Appreciate that. MK HUD 25, member for 2 months. MK, thank you so much for being here for 2 months. We love having you. Zombie Pirate 23. Yes, I was already a member, but I upgraded to the Ultimate Scoop member. Yes. Thank you for doing that. Keep going, Becca, and thank you for everything you're doing. Zombie Pirate 23, you are most welcome. Most welcome. Thank you for upgrading your membership. Mitch and I really appreciate it. Catsman Lady, 1978, member for 8 months. Let's keep the truth train moving. Hashtag choo choo. Absolutely. We got one more. Case Studies, my man, is in the house. $4.99. Ryan Anderson's comb over gave me inspiration to never give up. Thank you. Right? I mean, if you see that comb over, you're like, if he can do it, I can do it. I can do it. Whatever it is. If he can pull that off, right? Keep going, Case. Keep going. We're with you, buddy. You know we are. Tennessee Nurse, member for 4 months. Thank you, Tennessee Nurse. Thank you, Tennessee Nurse, for the great comments. I hope it is Tennessee Nurse. Thank you for the great comments. And that is going to do it sorry, guys. For our comments for tonight, let's put our comments back on the screen. Okay. All right, guys. We have a lot of things that we didn't get to today, but like I said, there's tomorrow and the next day we will be doing a live. We have bought new stuff for the studio thing that we're building, right? That we couldn't just totally get together today for the live. So we are going to be rearranging some furniture and making this more of a 2-man show than a 1-man show. So I hope you guys will look forward to that. Again, email to Mitch. Mitch said, let me see if I can find it before you guys go, because he said, I was kind of, not that Mitch isn't nice. He is a nice guy, but a real live, but we could not he says, I think he says here that he wanted to help people. Let me see. Dream team. He would have probably gotten off. Possibly.
They would have done a deep dive in the forensic analysis, because on their part, all they need to do is create a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
You know,
hey, I never showed you this. Have you seen this? Oh, I showed you guys this before. I know.
Who
Poor
did that?
Gypsy. Poor Starlight. Hello, Starlight. Poor Gypsy. All right, Mitch, thank you for joining us. You will have to join us on a real live, but we could not technically do this with all of this information. I couldn't get all of this information into the live stream studio. That was the problem with doing this. So we had to do it this way. But
and also, if anybody has any additional information or something that they want me to take a look at, by all means, send it to them.
Absolutely. There, you heard it. I wasn't lying. He said it. Yeah, he can't get out of it. He said it. Nya, 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 nya. All right. So you guys wanted to send Detective Pumpkins, as he's known, or Mitch, whatever you guys want to call him. He's good with it. Go ahead. He wants to like engage. So let's engage with Mitch. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me. We've got Diana that we're still hoping. We're so happy that she's making that is Diana on the Truth Train from the Netherlands. She's doing well. We are so happy about that. And I want to thank everybody that's been here for the last couple of hours from the bottom of my heart. Mitch and I thank you. Of course, one more. Here we are. Our honeymoon pic. There we are. And yes, we look different, but we love you guys. And we're here to serve you. We're just your humble servants. Okay. Well, that's going to do it. I will see you guys in the next couple of days on the Truth Train. We're going to get it together and do another live. And you guys know how much we love all of you. Becca, Scoops, and Mitch out. Good night, guys.